So TJ, what do you think about politics? No, I'm kidding.
Not on any show.
That's what I'm saying. I just wanted to
Save it for the black sluts.
Absolutely not.
when I'm out of town.
Let me tell you what I think about politics. Every other country was a great time to be at during the November.
The Dominicans was great.
Hi guys, I'm back. I was in the Dominican Republic, then Japan. So yeah, that was good. Dominican Republic was chill. Except I got a sinus infection during the second half of it, so that was unfortunate.
What'd you do in the Dominican Republic? Because I've never been.
All-inclusive resort.
Oh.
Eat food. Slay at beach.
It sounded like you said slay at beach. I was like, what do you just...
Nah.
Yes. Slay at beach.
I definitely wasn't with the sinus infection. I was looking gross, and it was... So, what I will say is the biggest problem, or the biggest thing that... And yeah, like, I'm not usually thrown off by humidity, but there is a different level.
Yeah, it's a rainforest, bro.
Tropics, yeah.
But like I've gone to tropical places, and I've usually been fine. There was something about the Dominican Republic that beat the brakes off me this time around. And
he's filling in right now.
Oh, he's feeling in here. Upstairs are tough, right? But no, so Dominican Republic, hot. Really, really, like, it wasn't even like that, like, you're begging for a breeze type of heat. What was the craziest thing I saw? We definitely met a German man who was totally a pimp. But not like, he was a pimp.
Oh, dude,
no,
that happens a lot.
He was
happened
a pimp.
In Costa Rica, in Thailand. Like, I don't know what's up with weird German dudes just being like...
Because we came out of the hotel's casino, which was stupid. Don't go to a hotel's casino. Not in the Dominican. Because, first of all, gambling laws. But no, we went to we come out and there's this German dude. The German dude is the German dude is like sitting there like how do I put it? Hey, guys, you guys want to go to this rave? And that's the last thing I want anyone to tell me, because I don't trust you, German dude. Needless to say,
you went to the rave?
No, I did not go to the rave. Okay, no, to be honest, it wasn't even a rave. It was a fucking disco, which was actually true, because literally
Dude, everywhere outside of America, discotheque is still a popular word to use.
There was a whole separate building for a disco. So he was like, imagine at 2, 3 a.m., the guy's like, hey, you want to go down this alley to this disco that I didn't believe was there. Found out it was real. Not at that time. We went in the morning. I was like, oh, he wasn't lying. He wasn't trying to lead us astray.
Actually, it disappears in the morning. It's only at night.
Needless to say, he actually just turned out to be a pimp.
That is how discotheques work. It's a print shop at night.
I did go to the Rui party. It was a great time. Rui parties are great.
What is a Rui party?
So the resort we stayed at was like one of the Rui properties in the Dominican. And basically they have this party that they host 3 times a week. And it is just an absolute carnival, a lot of craziness, and it was a good time. But I got sick at the end, came back, licked my wounds for a couple days, and then went to Japan. And by the way, that's your bag. There.
You got a bag of candies. It might just be a bag of shit with everything that.
No, it's a bag of snacks. He almost didn't get shit. I was like, you up? I'm down. But no, seriously. Japan was awesome. Japan was even better than the last time. Weather was better. Weather was
really?
Better than here, for sure. But it was like that 60s, 50s. So nice chill.
I think this week is the first time like you brought the good weather with you is what it happened.
Yeah, I came off that plane and I was like, I still have my smile, y'all. What happened? Why is everything on fire? So I was gone. Just full disclosure, I was gone in Japan during the election. Which you don't feel it while you're there. Damn, that went as worse as it could. So like
Super rush pass right there.
Does Japan have Cowboys fan according to Southside Sips?
They don't have Cowboys fans, but they have like football fans. Like there's a lot of sports bars you can go to, and there's a lot of and if you are I think I said this last time. If you are a craft cocktail person, there is no other country in comparison because you will just you can go into a small place and we went into a small place and the guy had 200 types of gin. He only had 5 seats and 200 type of gin. I don't understand how that worked.
He bought all the gin and it just hasn't gone out of style.
And it was delicious gin. No, it was a beautiful time. We went to some new places that we didn't go to the last time. Met a couple travelers. I got asked by every country imaginable, hey, what are your thoughts on the election? And then for Australian dudes, Japanese dudes, fucking Indian
Every
dudes.
Australian dude I've met, like, outside of the country is like, Americans don't travel a lot, so it's nice to meet one kind of thing.
Basically.
Yeah.
A, every country thinks we're stupid, so fun fact, I got it in multiple languages that we're dumb. B, if you haven't had an opportunity to go, try and go to...
Just travel anywhere. Go to
anywhere.
Start with Costa Rica. It's cheap. It's like $300.
I also, last thing, finally went to my first Japanese arcade. Didn't go the first time around. If you don't know me, fun fact, I'm unhealthily proficient at rhythm games. So, not Dance Dance Revolution.
No, that drum one you played locally here.
Yeah.
That shit was hilarious.
But something clicks in my brain. Imagine that times 20. And, oh my God, I was sitting there, and first of all, they take it like a science. Those are them games. Kid you not, them high school boys come right after school. They have gloves for the tap machines. They have gloves. And then by the end of the first day I went, because we went on the second to last day on our trip, I spent 5 hours there for myself. Went back right before my flight, spent another 5 hours.
What? Badgie, Tommy is sick. He's been sick since before the football games even started, unfortunately.
Yes, he is. Yeah, he has been sick. That's been a solid alibi.
What? He won.
Yeah, you gonna put shit on someone who's in the dirt? Can't brag
There
to
is
me.
a lot of shit to talk about, and it's not really about your team. It's just the organization as a whole.
Yeah, but we'll talk about that. But needless to say, had a great time. Brought everybody back snacks as much as I could. Told everybody, tell me your favorites. I probably have more. I have an illegal, I'm not even shitting you, I have an illegal amount of Black Thunder. No. But I have, I'm talking, whatever you think, more. What? I know what you're
I have a
thinking,
question.
More.
I have a question. While you went to the arcade, did you pick up the sticks for a fighting game?
So they had Street Fighter.
Being a real Japanese man.
So
That's the real question he's asking. Did you be a Japanese man in a fighting game?
so they had Street Fighter on the top floor.
6?
Sick. They had the most recent one.
Yeah.
And I did play it, but there was no one up. When I say motherfuckers ignore the fighting games, they're there for rhythm.
Oh, really?
They are there for rhythm. And this isn't like baby's first rhythm game. This is like there's some machines there that I was like, how? This is so cool. I've never seen this. Yeah, it was a great time. But I did pick up, I played by myself on Street Fighter and then was like, all right, I'm going to spend the rest of my money on some rhythm games.
What was your favorite rhythm game? Because I imagine there was a lot.
Well, thank you. I'm glad you asked. I was like,
Aren't I a good interviewer? Go on.
No, they had this one called, what is it? Scytherum. And that one was really cool because you have to tap, but then also your hands. It's 3-dimensional, so like your hands are being sensed as you go up. So there's sections that you do the song up here while you're doing things on the actual keyboard. There's like a keyboard one that's fully just a keyboard.
Like piano.
just a keyboard with what is it, like almost dials. They have a DJ one that sucked. But then they have like what is it, a sound Vortex Valkyrie EX titties in your face. Every one of these rhythm games anime titties except for Scytherum because it's penguin. It's the penguin. It's like you have like titties penguin. Titties.
Now I get when the teenage boys want to play the games.
They were on the penguin ones.
Remember you tried to get me and Goodwin to play one of those games years ago. Doing the high score. Like, play this game. It was like an anime rhythm game. It's like, dude, we're going to get blocked if we play this shit.
I don't know if it was an anime rhythm game.
I forget what. It definitely looked like. It looked like something that you would play with one hand and fap with the other. Like,
Probably, but it probably played good. Those are the best games.
It's like, TJ, we're not playing that.
It was a good game.
Kid hero.
The more you accept, like, look, I think that's the one thing. That's the one thing you gotta get past. Japan gonna put those animated titties in your face whether you want it or not. So you want to get to the cool shit? You gotta go through it. Put Michaela through trial by fire. We went to I was like, look.
I can't wait to hear this one.
I was like, literally, we were trying to go to the arcades, because again, this is like a fucking 12th floor building. This is huge. So to go to like, levels 4, 5, 6, whatever, there's still the crab games, or like, what is it? The grapple, the prize grapple, claw games. Thank you. They have the claw games on every floor, and the claw games like start with like the cute shit. Like, you got little Yu-Gi-Oh plushies, Pokemon plushies. By floor 2, it's titties. So, like...
You win titties, or...?
No, it's like you're winning full-on idols that are, like, in fucking bathing suits.
Wait, the pillow?
No, not the pillows. Like, I'm talking like a statue.
Oh.
Figurines.
Like, figurines.
PVC
So,
titties.
Nah, so it's not like you can avoid this shit. Let alone anywhere else you go.
Yeah,
advertising.
How many did you win, TJ?
So I told her, because at first,
the question.
I'm not a figurine person. That's also not the type of weeb I am.
That is true. You're not a figurine.
I'm not the like have a bunch of anime titties in my house weeb. But the nature of the claw game makes you want one, because them bitches are tempting. All right, because you be in the claw game and you like trying to win some shit. And you're like, damn it, why can't I win? And they make it easy because they're like, hey, yo, put in like $4. You get $7. And you're like, oh, wait, I get $7 for $4. That's an economic decision. Yeah. So then even Michaela was sitting there. I was like, I don't even want the titties. I just want to win.
I think the UFO, the Japanese style arcade, like on the loop, they do that.
Yeah.
You give them $5 and it's like double bonus, and then it's $10 like in tokens.
Yeah, it's basically it was like that. But arcades are dope. Yes, and that was in Akihabara, and then did a bunch of other shit. Almost wound up in a brothel. It was a great time.
Nice.
A lot of near misses, according to your stories.
It was that one was
I don't know
unintentional.
how much you're lying to me. Oh yeah, I almost went to.
He's traveling with Michaela. There's no way he's lying about that.
Titty.
She was there for half of it.
It was not against titties.
Not necessarily, but not animated ones. She has a very, and I said, I get you, but trial by fire, we gotta see it to get to the fun shit.
Imagine dodging titties like the Matrix.
It's real, like, no, because you start dodging and then you like just kind of live with it. I honestly, by week 2, you're just like, this is what half these places are. That's cool.
Except the titties.
Yeah, like, because I had like literally, there was one video of me playing a rhythm game that I was like, oh, let me put this on my Instagram, and like in the background, just titties. I'm like, oh, I can't
Post that.
Slapping boobs and
Bad Gene, don't dodge. Dive.
See, look, that's what I'm saying. Calamity knows the Japanese claw games are built different. There's some, because I'm not a claw game person
The Green
here.
Goblin man. Just taunting you.
I'm telling you, you'll be sitting there and you don't even want the shit. But it's because they don't put cheap prizes in there. They put like actually like you win this. This is a couple, like
Yeah.
But it's not. But it's also not like it.
Prohibitively expensive.
No, it's easily accessible. And remember, like
this?
yeah, it's like just like those. Except you lose. A lot. Every time you think you're gonna win, you're gonna lose. But I won like 3. And the other cool thing is if you spend enough.
What?
3. What is it? No, 3 little
figures.
figurines. Like how do I put it? Like I got Michaela like a slime thing.
Okay.
3 titties.
3 Hatsune Miku names.
1, 2, 3 titties. That's exactly how it.
No, they have to count in a Japanese claw machine. Like, what the hell's
Has titties.
Honestly, no. Oh my god, no! What really threw me off? I'm not even kidding you. Bomberman has titties. Like, it's that random shit, bro. They have a Bomberman arcade game. They just added titties to that bitch. Not even lying to you. No, bro. It's like what is it? Not even shitting
Are you
you.
about to look up Bomberman titties?
No.
Search history over.
I was about to look it up, and then I was like, that's probably not.
Yeah, seriously, God.
It doesn't do anything. They got sued for that.
This is not in my history like that.
Like,
Hey, yo.
it's
I'm
not.
curious.
I'm not. Hold up. I gotta find that shit because I was like,
I did notice randomly on Twitter that we're in the new age of new slang kind of thing. I'm seeing things that I hadn't seen before.
Like what?
I would need to pull it up, but I'm just kind of like, oh, this isn't just like a random saying. Like, this is legit.
Oh, it's like in the lexicon now?
Yeah, that's in the lexicon now.
Yeah.
I just know.
Being a gooner.
Gooner, that's one of them.
Bomber girl.
Gooner was the big one that I saw a lot, and it was weird the way they were using it. It was like,
Fucking sure.
Just unnecessary. What does that have to do with Bomber, man? Why are the girls in the game?
It's just an anime girl with a hairpin shaped like Bomberman. And the bombs have Bomberman's face on them.
Yeah, they do. But like,
do they throw titty bombs?
no. But this is the other problem with the Japanese
booby
arcade
bomb.
machines. So in the arcade ones, you win shit in the games, right? And then you can print collectible cards off from the shit. So it's just a
Calamity's
it's not
you're
even
becoming
like
an
the
unk
cheap.
in real times.
It's not even like the cheap, like it looks like it's on cardboard. No, it's like you go, motherfucker Konami. The niggas who make Yu-Gi-Oh! Are the ones who are printing off this shit.
Yeah, Konami won't make another fucking Metal Slug, but they'll make pachinko machines all day.
Now you go there and you like, no wonder Konami don't want to give you your shit. They rich. Got these niggas on gridlock. It was sweaty.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a good time.
All right, guys, we got a lot of topics. I'm going to go ahead and hit the intro.
And then it's just Hi. I'm back. I didn't want to be here. Because what the fuck do I have to be happy for? Why am I here? Talk about sports? Football? Actually, no, my prospects have been going well.
We were talking about that while you were gone because we were like, I do want to get into gambling, but I don't like the way that you do it, where it's like a series of, it's basically like, what are those choose your own adventures? It's like Tyreek will run for 50 yards, and then you just keep choosing until your parlay pays off.
It's a lot of fun. Also, you have a little bit of safety nets because you get money off of 4, 5, and 6. So like,
I just want to pick straight up winners.
But hey, that's not legal here. And trust me, if it was, I'd be either in fucking West Austin or on 6th Street. No in between. Michaela, who? She'd leave. But no, seriously. It's TJ. What's up? Been a while.
Hi, everybody. I'm Gertz. I've been here.
He's not Jared Goff, by the way, guys.
Is that a new one or a Cooper Kupp?
Oh, it was Cooper Kupp. That's who.
Yeah. Like, honestly, I look more like Jared Goff than Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
I don't look like either of them.
No.
But if
I squint and use my white vision,
Yeah.
You know what? You might have actually cracked the code to why Tommy thinks he looks like that. It's because he takes off his glasses before the show starts.
that's why he's so tense.
Yeah.
He thinks it's a stranger.
I know for like the first 2 years, Tommy was just befuddled by my existence.
I just don't get you, man.
It's like, what is there to not get?
Do you eat fried chicken?
Yeah. Yeah, literally, Jordan, he asked, have you ever been to Popeyes?
I was like, if you met Gertz for 5 minutes,
yes.
you know he's in
Yeah.
It's not this isn't like a tertiary question. This is very certain.
Tommy was shocked that I knew Popeyes existed.
I think your range for spicy food is actually higher than his, honestly.
Oh, it absolutely is. Tommy, I've tried to get him to just get the hot option at Tumble 22. He's like, no, I'll mess me up, Gertz.
So, I think I had a eureka moment last weekend thinking about fried chicken.
Yeah.
And I realized that, in general, it could be broken down a lot. But one of the main divides is white people fried chicken and black people fried chicken.
No. We're
That's
not
why
doing
you
this.
hate Cane's.
It's why I hate Cane's. But also, I felt time out. I'm gonna jump in for you. I felt disrespected when you asked that foolish question. It's like, hey, yo, Gerst, what you feel about Canes? What the fuck you think he was gonna say?
No, it's bad.
I was like,
I was confused. I just wanted to know. I was testing
he has
my
black
theory.
man sensibilities.
So I'm right.
I was about to say, like, black people fried chicken is the superior fried
Exactly,
chicken.
100%, 100%.
Yeah.
That's why nobody fucks with Golden Chick.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's good. It's not Popeyes.
It's not Popeyes. It's not Tumble 22.
It's not but also when they say black, I kind of do Southern in general, not just black. I do black and
white
Southern.
people in the South fried chicken too.
But I know that's what I'm saying. Like,
Okay.
like Southern chicken is just a little bit different.
Okay.
Than because yes, do I think it's? Oh my gosh, and I won't do this shit again because Korean fried chicken's the best fried chicken. So fuck you. But but in a more nuanced way, yes, a lot of black culture was the originators and you know what is it proliferators.
Golden Chick makes you want to vomit.
Southern recipes and fried chicken. But also there is like a broader range of Southern individuals. Like I think about Creole, I think about like a lot of different influence that come into Southern fried chicken. That's why I say Southern fried chicken in general is kind of that category that goes against whatever the fuck Raising Cane's is. Raising Cane's ain't got no flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's white people fried chicken.
No, it's not even white people fried chicken. Don't disrespect it. It is baby's first. Oh, I like crispy sauce. That's all you do. You don't like flavor. If your sauce needs to carry your chicken, and I'm a sauce nigga. I love sauce. If that's what you need to carry your chicken, you got a problem.
Yeah.
Hood churches used to be glorious, man.
Raising Cane's makes a McNugget seem spicy. It is bland.
It's so
Do
bland.
you ever like white gravy with your fried chicken?
Yes.
Okay, white gravy. It's like this weird thing that shouldn't work.
You mean
the
country
way that
gravy?
country gravy.
Yeah.
White gravy is that weird thing that I always looked at and was like, get that shit away from me. Why is it white?
You know, every northerner I've ever met from New York is weirded out because brown gravy is made out of meat. So it's like, what the fuck is white gravy made out of?
Privilege. But I taste my credit score going up. That's exactly what it's made out of. But no, I tried it. But like I had biscuits and gravy has been a newer addition in my like, oh, this shit kind of slaps.
Yeah.
Like portfolio in the last, you don't want to say 4 or 5 years. Like I had because I always was like, man, fuck biscuits and gravy. Then I got that white gravy with the sausage in it. Got on some good biscuits, and my cholesterol went up. Like that shit was so good.
Happy Chicks, their country gravy is fucking awesome.
I haven't eaten
Happy
that
Chicks
one.
has good sauce.
Yeah, their sauces in general are good, but they might have my favorite gravy of any of the places I've had.
That might be a new search, like the search for good gravy.
Yeah, because I typically don't like gravy that much. But yeah, country gravy on a fried piece of chicken, oh, that shit's good.
We're not bringing gravy next week, right? Because it's just ham?
It's just ham, so
Yeah.
you can bring whatever you want to eat. I don't think we'll be making gravy.
No.
What are you gonna use it for?
Everything.
You know, fun fact, because unfortunately, how do I put it? Things like because I don't get Christmas. Thanksgiving is like the one holiday my family celebrates, so I always go home for it. So I visit my peers, which I'd love to be here for. But I was actually talking about Thanksgiving, like, and I was telling Michaela, there's something that happens like universally, just
Sinoro knows.
black moms just like awaken new powers around this time of year and really put their foot. Because I asked my
I 100% asked Jordan. I was like, hey, bro, like, you live down the street from Gertz. Do you want to come? And he's like, bro, I have a black mom.
Yeah.
kick my butt if I wasn't home. My mom's a Jehovah's Witness. She celebrates Thanksgiving. No, dead ass. So my mom made potato salad for the first time in my life last year. It was the best potato salad I ever had. I called her up. This year I was like, hey mom, love that potato salad. You gonna do that again? She was like, what did I do? Like I'm telling you, they blacked out.
It was like a fugue state moment.
Oh my God. I'm not even shitting you. She was like, can you tell me what I did? I said, no, I don't know what you did. You just made potato salad. My mom's from Zimbabwe. She just has 20 years of Texas in her. Like, so fucking that shit comes out in Spain. She makes her homemade stuffing. She like I'm talking. I was so like, it's so funny.
Look at Dr. Chocula over there. This is the first year we're getting Thanksgiving catered.
I don't know about that, man.
I don't know how that works.
Yeah. What does that mean?
You know, we almost kind of got it catered because I almost bought the fried chicken from Popeye, the fried turkey from Popeyes.
I've heard that's very good.
I've heard it's very, very good.
Yeah. I've thought about it many years, but I've never actually done it. 1 year. Maybe.
1 year.
We'll do it.
I'll cook my own Thanksgiving one day, but as long as that woman's kicking, we gonna be there. Like I felt bad for Michaela. I said, "Oh look, you ain't ever getting these privileges. You just don't. It's just not possible." It's unfortunate because sometimes you have to decide. It's like, oh, like we go to your family for this holiday, your family for this holiday. The best part about this is because I give up all the rest of the holidays because I don't mean shit to me. Thanksgiving's on lock. There's one address we go to. There's no talking or argument about it. She don't even want to go nowhere else.
Yeah.
It works like that. But yeah.
Also, another side argument that has been happening a lot over the last 2 weeks, and you've been gone. What's the worst side?
Ooh, okay, side in general, or
like popular side? You can't say
or like
something-
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, for Thanksgiving.
Okay. What's the worst side? So this is kind of coming from like a biased perspective, because I think there's the quintessentials. Number one, I gained 10 pounds alone from stuffing, so I downed some stuffing.
There was an argument about stuffing too.
I'll slap the taste out whoever said, Gertz, if it's you. oh. Fucking Californians. But nah. Let's not
that
even.
was another argument: dressing versus stuffing, which is which?
Bro, they taste good. But yeah, so because I try and be respective of like the turkey, like people don't like turkey thing. I get it. Nick's weird, but it's okay. Like ham's good too. That's why they have the 2 beats. But stuffing, non-negotiable. The green bean casserole, that's just so hit or miss depending on who makes it that I can understand why some people don't like it. Mm-hmm. But I like it because again, spirit possessed black mom does some shit. I don't know. She gets fresh green beans. I don't know where she gets them. That's not a joke.
Goes to the farmer's market for the first time ever.
Does some shit I've never seen. But what I usually don't like is so I don't like free floating corn. So if it's like corn in a bowl somewhere on my plate, that shit's just taking up space for other real shit.
I forgot about that one. No one has actually brought up free floating corn.
Nah, fuck that. It's like corn on the cob or free floating corn. I don't give a shit. That shit's like, oh great, you got into the good shit. Get out. Rolls are so hit or miss.
Yes, they are.
Rolls are so hit
They're
or miss.
very hit or miss.
Like, motherfuckers try and get all creative and no. Look, King's Hawaiian if you suck, all right? Just King's Hawaiian, heat them up if you're that bad. If you're not, rolls can be the worst, rolls can be the best. I mean, I just don't like mashed potato that much. But I know that was a hot take. That's a hot take. I don't like mashed potatoes in general.
Oh.
But let me phrase that. I don't like mashed potatoes in a lot of cases. There are good mashed potatoes, but I like scalloped potatoes. I like, some other forms of it. French fries.
You made your bed. You lie in it.
Yeah, nigga, I'm gonna be captain of that. Don't challenge me to hate. Oh, hate. Hate's in my veins. But nah, yeah. So free floating corn, like that's a little wag. Everything else is pretty good. I think we have some. I think everybody has like Thanksgiving stuff that's not common to like.
Ooh, this man.
Do I like baked beans? We don't usually have baked beans at Thanksgiving, but I do love baked beans. We
straight up have arroz and frijoles at our Thanksgiving usually.
I wasn't aware baked beans was a Thanksgiving mainstay. I don't think it is. Is it?
It is now.
No, because that's mine now. Trash.
Time out. Actually, another question, because I've gotten into this argument. Is apple pie on your Thanksgiving pie rotation?
So here's the thing.
I like it.
My parents only bought apple pie for the first 10 years. So somewhere around 12, I was like, pumpkin is great. Blueberry is great. Like, it just was a new flavor. So I didn't eat apple pie until last year. So it's back in my rotation.
No, so my problem is, and I guess I'm the odd man out, but don't tell my friends because I'll die on this hill. Apple pie is a holiday pie for me. Next to pumpkin and Some people like sweet potato. I like sweet potato, so I like sweet potato and pumpkin.
Still haven't had a sweet potato.
Blueberry's not a holiday pie. Cherry's not a holiday pie, but apple, cinnamon, that's like a warm, like, cause all this, like, people get confused, but I'm like, think about it, cider comes around this time. Like, that apple cinnamon combination is one of the fall flavors.
If I can buy it at McDonald's in July,
but you can get sweet potato. Like, I'll give you pumpkin is, people don't realize you can get canned pumpkin like all times a year. Mm-hmm. I have it in my pantry. It's a good volume thing. It's really macro friendly. Awesome. But like,
you gotta give me some of those recipes later.
Sweet potato is like around all the time. You can get that available. And actually, thinking of like other country, Japan loves sweet potato. So like, you gonna go any time of year, like most other places. But yeah, apple pie. Yes, is it available?
I do associate with the holidays more. You're right.
I usually, outside of last year because I went to Gertz's, I usually do make a warm cider and buy a bottle of rum.
That's what I'm saying. It's like I think I had to make this argument very firm because I was like, because you know I had a other group of friends who were like,
have we gotten a TJ cooking show?
But first of all, my cooking show, I don't get my recipes out for free. You gotta come taste it. Come TJ's cooking corner. But no, yeah, I said the apple cinnamon combination. That's like that's quintessential fall. Mm. John, what about you?
I eat anything. I don't care. Just put it in front of me. I'm good. I'm gonna go to sleep afterwards anyway.
What would make you least excited? What would be like, oh, thanks, I guess.
The game might make me not very excited.
Huh?
We got Tommy DeVito coming out on Thanksgiving.
Not talking about that's a treat. That's the best thing you could get.
Tommy DeVito versus Cooper Rush on Thanksgiving Day.
I don't even need to eat the turkey to fall asleep to that shit.
They want us to have Travis Hunter.
Well, the problem is, like, I don't know how much football you've watched. The bottom is very bottom.
It's so bad. It's so like I'm not like I hate my team, and I'll be the first one to say they are fucking what's below F tier. But there's a real bad bottom. It's real bad.
There's a lot of teams with only 2 or 3 wins. Yeah.
Like it's in the fucking shadow realm, dog. It's so bad.
Hell.
Yeah, I was like, tier for hell.
Yeah.
So we've been dancing around it, and our first topic involves Cowboy Stadium, unfortunately. And I just...
You mean Cowboy Stadium's falling down, falling down.
I wanted to start with this image from, I don't even know, it's probably not from last week, but like this is what the stadium normally looks like, and that's why CD Lamb didn't catch that wide open pass last week.
Yeah.
And then...
It looks like a scene from Deep Impact.
And for the first time ever, they busted out the curtains for the Tyson Paul fight.
Yep.
Yes. So, I mean,
the sun was in my eyes.
is this what Hey, look, they have to hide a young man beating up on some old man.
Show his bare ass, though.
Straight cheek. That was in my I've been having a jet lag.
He had a knee injury,
Fog.
so he couldn't even squat for like the last 3 months.
Motherfucker said he was like vomiting blood.
Yeah.
A few months back. I don't think he should fight.
He should not fight, 100%.
Even before he got hurt. He's 58. He should not be fighting a guy in his late 20s.
Yeah, if you're gonna pick on someone who's 50, pick Shannon Sharp.
Yeah.
I bet on Shannon Sharp. Yes. But no, that whole Jerry. First of all, that whole. Let's focus in on one Cowboys problem. I know y'all been waiting.
That's actually not a topic today. It's just the stadium itself, because of the curtains and because the metal parts were falling off on Sunday.
I saw people online were saying even the stadium is injured.
That is. Let me just put a little catalyst here. The Cowboys have gone into a weird place where it's like you know, yes, it's fun to hate on them. Dog, you can't even. That roster's just hurt.
Well, yeah.
The entire roster's just God. Niggas, 2 niggas got injured yesterday. That whole fucking. I don't even know how we can keep on getting injured. I don't even know how that's possible.
Look at the Raiders, bro. They are literally all hurt or traded.
But like a lot of people like didn't even realize how much we lost, right? Because when Dak was getting a lot of focus, I was like, bro, it's not like 1 or 2 players on the defense. It's like 6 starters just gone. 6 starters were just benched. DeMarcus Lawrence is still out. Deron Bland has been out before the season. We lost our second round pick. We lost our second round pick from 2 years ago and our second round pick from this year. Like a lot of players have just been wiped. So the defense looks horrendous, unacceptably horrendous. But it's like there's a large gap. And then when you lose your starting quarterback, shit, even the fucking receivers look depressed. So that roster's just washed right now.
Receiver. You just got CD Lamb, and I think he was even hurt for a little bit of the season.
Jake Ferguson. He's also
not a
hurt.
receiver. He's a tight end.
Also, fun fact, he got hurt. So I'm like,
Jake
that was
for Register Ferguson.
he counts. But yeah, Zach Martin was hurt. Both the guards were hurt. Yeah, I sat there and I was like, the one thing people are not mentioning is like, if you look at the injury report, it's actually kind of funny at this point, which now gives me to a broader perspective of like, I don't know what their strength and conditioning there is, but
there was
need to get them hitting a little more.
DeMarcus Ware, I think, the dude that went to the Broncos after that being in the Cowboys, went to go win a Super Bowl in Denver with Peyton Manning. I think it was DeMarcus Ware. He was talking about like something about using bands, like the way they use bands in Denver is one of the coolest things they've ever done, and they never did anything like that in Dallas. And I just remember, I think it was Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp tearing it apart, that it was like, that's a normal thing. Like the fact that they never incorporated that at all, and they work out all year round, like that's...
Well, it's just interesting because this is like, I want to say this is genuinely the first time, like we've had some pretty... Because we've had some, and I will stand on this hill. People have been sleeping on Overshown, which is the only good shining thing of our defense. He's fantastic. He got injured last year, and that's why I was like, "There's big pieces that have been missing these last few years."
Bro.
But there's something they've been doing. I'm not kidding you. Those are all starters.
Cooper Rush is on there too.
His neck got hurt.
Yeah.
Too many sacks.
My neck.
But not serious. But like, look how many CBs.
All 3 CB.
No,
Yeah.
go down further.
Oh.
I thought first you said all these
4.
CDs. I was like, you have more than one CD Lamb?
That's 4 corners.
Yeah.
That's 4 corners.
That sounds like Trey Lance's music, baby.
No, that sounds like I don't give a shit. Yeah. No, so I kind of just in my head I was like, I'm not discounting like because even when they really haven't been healthy this year. It's been weird. But yeah, there's something about that strength and conditioning program that has to be adjusted because you cannot be just coming out and getting injured to that degree. 4 CBs? 4 CBs? I don't care how much depth you have. That's 4 CBs. We're in practice squad mode. That said, stadium. I'm kind of in the middle. I said, shut up. Sun's gonna be in your eyes. Like some stadiums don't have, the covering.
Is the Cowboys Stadium the only one that creates this issue? Like as far as I know,
No. I mean, there's sun in plenty of stadiums. The problem where I
thought it was the glass.
That's the problem where I do agree is. It's kind of this weird thing where it's not like just sun in sky over face. It's sun that has weird shadows and blockings, right? So it creates a bit more of a delta with how you might be looking up and seeing. And if this were universally a thing, if Jerry Jones were like, we really just don't put them up for anybody.
Yeah.
Like I'd be like, okay, whatever. Motherfuckers, if you put the curtains up. And I would just be like, if your players care, just do it. It's not going to kill you. Like, or you can.
Will kill Jerry at this point.
It's like fucking Emperor Palpatine, just fucking sucking the life. But it's just it's an ego trip. That's the definition of the problem with the entire organization right now. It is like it's not. You can't look at this situation and be like, that's I'm not saying it is a player issue from the perspective of the players. Just have no motivation on that field. It's depressing.
Yeah.
But it's also like, this is the truest Blues example next to the Jets of an owner.
They're a topic. We'll get to them.
Who doesn't know what the fuck they're doing.
Rakeem requested that topic. The Jets.
They're unfortunately, as it brings me so much joy in my heart, still worse. I don't even. I've said all of this. How half a roster gone.
Well, before we get into football, we're gonna just for a little bit talk about because what happened in Cowboy Stadium on Friday of the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight because I thought it was hilarious.
The fight?
Yeah.
I didn't think it was funny at all. It was cute for because okay, so
So in the first round for the first 30 seconds, Mike Tyson came out, threw a pretty good uppercut.
Yep.
And then after that, it was just kind of like a video game. And every time Paul he threw a jab, and then Mike Tyson would wobble.
Yeah. Jordan was laughing every time Tyson got punched because he was wobbling a lot.
He was biting his glove,
Yeah.
which is weird.
he wanted to taste the leather.
I don't know why.
I think it's just funny that everyone hates Jake Paul so much we were all cheering on a convicted rapist. We're just like, we want that guy to win.
Hey, man.
This country does that a lot.
Yes. Yep. We don't seem to care about that very much as a country.
In this country.
I was going to say,
Don't agree.
like, there's an element, because right now people are getting dragged all the time. Like, I think Dave Grohl just got in trouble like a couple months ago. But there's an element where if you're popular in the 90s and your shit came out in 96, like by now we've forgiven you.
Yeah, no one cares. No one cares that Rob Lowe banged a 16-year-old on camera. No one cares about that.
Who's the one that fucking run over a drunk driver that from High Fidelity?
Oh, you think Matthew Broderick?
Matthew Broderick.
Yeah. He
R.
killed
Kelly
a person.
peed on someone.
Well, he's in prison.
Well, we found that didn't become relevant.
It took a long time.
It took a long time. It took a Boondocks episode, a Dave Chappelle sketch, and 2 decades.
Like I was explaining this to Michaela that like
Ray Lewis killed a man.
Yes.
I was explaining to Michaela literally the other day. I was like, this man R. Kelly because she doesn't know R. Kelly. I was like, he peed on a child.
Yeah.
You know what's so crazy though? Out of all the things y'all said, getting peed on don't sound too bad.
Really, it's the most tame.
You might get a little beer taste, but
Didn't he have a sex dungeon though?
Yes.
He called himself the Pied Piper. I keep on doing it.
He would cruise by McDonald's play places. Like, not keeping me from watching Space Jam, though. Sorry. The guy's a monster. I like Space Jam.
When the ice cream truck jingle is your ringtone, you have a problem. That's not true. But would you be surprised? But no, that fight was what was it? Sorry, I think I've tried to say this thing.
Did you watch it? Because I know the three of us watched it. I just watched it at my house.
No, so that was in that was what I was prepping. I was in that jet lag fog. Yeah. So like I've just not gone out to anything the last week because I've been trying to fix the sleep. This week we're good. But so I was playing catch up. Mm-hmm. And first of all, time out. Before we even talk about the fight. Hey. Not you. Netflix. The fuck was y'all streaming?
Oh, yeah.
that's the worst part is that
was terrible.
Netflix is probably one of the biggest streaming services. I know you can expect a lot of traffic to go to that website or just to go to that particular app, and you couldn't handle that.
I saw,
but I think it was a sign from God that we shouldn't be watching that bullshit. It had to be. God was like, no. You're gonna get the worst. You're gonna get the worst. The best entertainment is seeing Mike Tyson's black ass on the screen. That's pretty much it. But yeah, I think that was a sign to say we shouldn't be watching that bullshit.
He was trying to tell you it's gonna be cheeks.
And it was cheeks.
Yeah.
I think there was something like it broke records with 60 million people watching around the world. Mm-hmm. But even then, because it was on Netflix, it was very accessible. There was still something like Antonio Brown was in the stands, like recording, like live streaming the fight from his phone. 7 million people watched that.
Well, I mean, so
it probably had better connection, honestly.
I'm not going to sit there and say there isn't a difference between how traffic works when you're like just receiving something from stream versus live streaming. There's quite a few different ways, but that's unacceptable. Like we're not talking about we're not talking about hey, fucking the Mexcellence is hosting the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight
on Blue Sky.
Yeah. We're talking about you are literally the Titanic of streaming services. And this is a great opportunity to flex your live streaming muscles.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you decided, let me fuck the bag. Now, granted, the event it was for.
Well, here's
I was going to say, I think it was a test run more than anything.
Well,
It's gonna be a shit show.
aren't they having
they're gonna
a
have
game
to,
on Christmas Day?
Yeah, they're gonna have the Chiefs Steelers, which is now
And
a big game.
It's a big game, but also on top of that, Beyonce is going to be performing on Christmas Day on that game too. So that's going to be
that's
even
right.
bigger
Yep.
game.
Technically, they're better than the Steelers. Just saying.
You were better than the Justin Fields led Steelers. Yes.
Well, no, we're better than the Russell Wilson led Steelers off.
Well,
the back.
you missed it
The game we
on.
won.
You missed it on Sunday. That outside of the Raiders, Gertz is going to lose probably to every one of our teams because he lost to the Colts, he lost to the Steelers.
I think we can beat the Texans.
You think you can beat the Eagles?
No.
I think we could. Will we? I don't know. But it's in the cards.
You think you can beat C.J. Stroud, not Joe Mixon. So let me tell you, Joe Mixon is that team.
We did better. We did well against Derrick Henry.
No, look, Joe Mixon and Saquon said, "Hold up,
But that was
we'll carry our team."
to rewind 3 sentences. The thing that I thought, because I didn't know this was the first test run of Netflix doing live events. They straight up have a deal with WWE to show Raw every Monday.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes.
I just don't like. It's this weird thing where I'm like, oh, like, cool. Netflix is leaning into these things. Love to see it because you're getting more for the subscription that everyone has that for some reason is like titanium. Can't get rid of the shit. But on the inverse, you have to do it well.
Yeah.
It's unacceptable. The quality of that stream.
And if it was on Paramount Plus, we could have had SpongeBob commentating the whole thing. Instead, we were stuck with who they had Jerry Jones there. They had Cedric the Entertainer. They had
Rosa
Greg
Perez.
Abbott's ass sitting by the ring.
They did.
Yes. Carol found him immediately. It was like, where's Waldo? She's like, is that Greg Abbott? And we're like, what? And then there's his big dumb face. God damn it.
But but yeah, no, sorry. You must have had a blast
What do you mean?
during the fight because it was terrible.
Well, besides Tyson getting his head tapped a couple of times and seen his head knock around a little bit, I really didn't care about that fight after a while. Tyson looked horrible compared to how he looked during training and how he looked in the ring. It was like two different people in that ring. I just didn't care anymore.
I mean,
You
it's
were
just,
laughing a lot.
I had to make myself entertained somehow.
I mean, it leans into what someone said before. I just think the state of boxing is in just a.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
It's been in it.
Well, I mean,
there's a caveat I did want to bring up at this point, or at some point whenever we were done talking about the fight. I think that we're kind of gassed out because we definitely were making fun of it for 3 days now. But now, because it's the money fight, like in the sense that even when it was Mayweather two decades ago, if that's the dude that I fight, that I get the most money, you'll have nobody's calling him out. And I think this is the first fight where boxers kind of realize that it's just like, even though I am 1,000 times better than Paul, I will make a lot of money if I fight him. So he got called out by actual boxers this time. Not Canelo, but he got called out by Betterbeev. Mm-hmm. Who is an undisputed champion with a 100% knockout rate.
And I think that's the other thing from the Paul brother. It would be just, I think, a better product if you were to fight more current, actually active
I don't know
boxers.
if he can actually pass a drug test.
Oh, that's a good point.
We didn't say anything about that.
Wasn't this fight commissioned? Meaning that it was drug test was.
There's ways to get around it for sure.
Oh, well, then there's ways to get around this one.
Right.
Well, that's true. But, I mean, he's fought one real boxer, and he was this, like, D tier. It's like Tommy Fury, I think, was
And
his
he
name.
beat him, right?
Yeah.
That's the one one fight Jake Paul lost.
But even Javante Davis called him out, and he's fights at 40 pounds lighter, I think.
Look, I'm gonna tell you what. Jake Paul want to punch me so I can get some $1 million. I would.
I mean, Mike Tyson made $20 million off this fight.
Let him
And
punch me.
Jake Paul made $40 million. It's like,
We all
For
You
8
know who
rounds.
lost? We did.
well, technically no, because I'm paying the subscription monthly, so I really didn't lose.
True.
Mike Tyson threw, what, 86 punches?
I don't know how many he did.
It was like,
was
I was
pretty
entertained
bad.
with the black ass more than I was entertained with this fight. Like, just seeing that, just bloopers, shit like that was more entertaining than this.
I mean, if there's gonna be a blooper, that was so funny.
That was so funny.
I was like, what the fuck just happened?
I also thought in general it was hilarious that as bad as that fight was, the 2 fights before it were actually really good.
From what I heard, it was really,
The
really
woman
good.
fight before that was pretty good.
Yeah, Taylor versus Serrano was really good, despite Taylor throwing headbutts out there. And the fight before it actually is one of the few things that it never happens in boxing. It ended in a split decision draw.
Oh, that shouldn't happen.
Someone had to be better.
I hate ties in sports.
What time?
man.
Like if they had like a double knockout, like a Titanic like movie ender.
Another round, like one more time. Seriously, like that because I
Was that like with the Aztec with the pink?
Yeah.
I liked.
you liked his outfit.
He was wearing Bengal colors.
Fuck that team. But no, man. Anytime any competition's in a draw, I'm like, wow, what a waste of everyone's time. I fucking hate that shit. Throw another round in there, tiebreaker, overtime. That's why soccer sucks, amongst other reasons.
Any chance you get, Zion in soccer.
One's fat, the other sucks.
That video you sent,
Which one?
the fucking what quarterbacks look like if they were fat.
Oh God, that
I was choking. All them black dudes look terrible. I was so hurt. I was like, nah, y'all keep running.
You know what's a funny video that I saw, but I'm not going to go through it here. But it was just every NFL quarterback's mom, and it's just like smash, pass, smash, pass.
No comment.
Anthony Richardson's mom looks like Anthony Richardson.
No comment.
Maybe the Colts should play her.
He threw for 236 yards this week.
What was his completion percentage? Was
86?
good for him. I want him to do well because he's fun to watch.
Yeah.
He's so fun to watch.
Yeah.
He's one of the quarterbacks. You know how you kind of are like, oh man, like I need them to do. No, he's always someone I want to be successful.
Yeah.
All he needs to do is stop, taking himself out of the game.
Yeah. It's a bad look.
Well, from boxing, we go to UFC, which actually had an amazing card on Saturday. I'm going to show highlights from the co-main event, which was Charles Oliveira versus Michael Chandler, and it's just hilarious in a way because Michael Chandler, who is predominantly a wrestler, did come out and was striking, and then Oliveira just was holding on with jiu-jitsu. I'm not playing the sound because then we'll get fucking swapped. But it's just a series of him trying to punch him and Oliveira just finding a limb to grab. It was such a fun fight. And it ended in one of the most hilarious things that I've ever seen. It's the kind of move that you'd throw when you're fighting your brother. So at this point, they're both gassed. They've been throwing punches at each other all night. And then, so Charles Oliveira is just on his back trying to get a near naked choke, and he starts throwing him on his back. And Michael Chandler is so strong, he gets up and does it again.
One more time. Bah.
And then at that point, he loses to the rear naked choke and taps out.
I don't like someone yelling in my ear. I don't like being touched, so he's so mad.
I don't think this is the sport for you, TJ.
But I think that's what would make it work. I'd be so angry all the time.
Oh. And they're just like, grease yourself up so they can't touch you. Yeah, like greased up deaf guy from Family Guy.
Why is he so slimy all the time? You can't catch me.
And then
next year.
Outside of that, the main event of the night, we saw John Jones comes back. Are you familiar with John Jones?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I didn't know. I know that for Tommy, that he was like, that's the only one I care about. And I'm like, well, probably everyone else retired by now.
No, I know.
Well, John Jones, I think he took 2 years off, and I thought he was going to have some ring rust on him. And he knocked this dude out with a liver kick.
Oh.
Don't kick me in my liver.
Oh.
Ooh. Nah, that's one of them hits where he's like, oh no, something got hit that wasn't supposed to get hit.
Yeah. Liver said, "What I do?"
That was a spleen.
Yes, actually, it's funny because it was such a nonchalant kick. Broke his ribs, his kidney, and a spleen laceration.
Told you. I knew that he got hit in his spleen. Motherfucker's just there for injuries. No one says spleen at all until you're injured.
I don't even know what your spleen does. That sounded like a made-up organ.
It's really important.
Yeah, I bet. Last bit that I had, and it was just kind of, so the Army is undefeated in college. I'm sure you still care about college because Colorado's doing well.
College is the only football that's going on, right? Both my teams are doing well. My alma mater, what is it, alma mater? Alma mater is fucking Colorado doing great. I went there for school, right? No, I'm kidding. UT and Colorado are doing fantastic. Man, you know what? I'm just so happy. I had to sit up there and defend them little black boys out there in Colorado. I knew they were gonna win, and it just puts a smile on my face when they keep on winning. And then Texas is just beating down teams like they stole money from them. So it's been a great experience.
Well, it's as long as things hold, you have a date with BYU next month.
Mm-hmm. And date with BYU, and really this draft, and again, these teams keep on looking real good this year. Helps out my draft. Cause we drafting real early this year.
I think right now you have the 11th pick. You're not drafting as early as you think you are.
Nah, it's gonna get early. And you know it. And you know what we got? You know what we're gonna get? First round, hopefully, one of them little cute Travis Hunter. And if we in the 11th, you know what I want. So it's cool. What do I want?
I have a question.
Big white,
yes sir.
corn-fed tight ends.
I want one of them tight ends. One of them tight ends that make you look like you. Yeah, like I want one of them tight ends right there. And if we don't get one of them, I'm gonna talk to Jerry Jones himself. I'm gonna be like, Jerry, nah, that one's too smart. That one's too smart. He don't chew on rocks. I need him to chew on rocks.
That tight end looks like he knows how to read.
He thinks that's a problem. I want him to think crystals are sugar. I want him that dumb, licking doorknobs and shit. That's what I want. So that's how I like my tight ends.
Well, to go back to it, like the Army is undefeated. The Army does a special thing every year when they play the Navy where they wear uniforms in memory of a famous unit. Mm-hmm. So this year they're doing the Screaming Eagles, the first airborne unit ever. And I just love the way the uniform looks. I love that they have the airborne wings. I know this shit doesn't mean much to most of y'all, but I still thought it was one of the coolest things. Also wanted to take this opportunity to once again talk about the Miami Vice uniforms from FIU.
Man, college just gets some cool ass shit.
Yeah, that looks pretty cool.
It kind of sucks how much like NFL uniforms don't get to be that cool except for like once a season, and even then it's like
no, you get your
color rush kind of sucks.
Yeah, you get your color rush. Fucking the Buccaneers orange is terrible.
I actually like the creamsicle for the Buccaneers.
No, it looked gross. It's like
Tampa's a gross place.
Yeah, it fits.
It fits.
Yeah. It feels as swamp ass as it looks. And then outside of that, like I like
a lot of people did like the Candy Apple Texans uniform though.
Like I want some like outlandish shit. Like I want you to have, what is it?
I missed
not complementary colors. That's how it should be. So you have to reverse whatever. Like so, what is it? So the Cowboys are what? Blue and white. Mm-hmm. They got to be orange and black. Random shit. Complementary colors. You got to do the opposites. It'd be awesome.
I miss the Bumblebee Steelers.
That's the candy apple red.
That's a good uniform.
I wish the blue was more prominent because, like we were talking about last night when we saw the Texans Cowboys game, their colors were red and black. I was like, it looks like Atlanta. Like, yeah. It's like bring back that navy blue because that's just as much of their color scheme as the red is. But yeah, pull up the Bumblebee Steelers. I love how ugly these things are.
And I don't think
it's the pug of NFL uniforms.
Yeah, man.
I said I don't think you had one of those, right?
You didn't give me nothing.
Nigga, you went around. That was when you getting milk.
Nah, I was around. You just could have left it.
Yeah. Not to the player because he's a piece of shit. But maybe if he boxes Jake Paul, people will root for him. But
Dude, I didn't know they had that
it's one of the
striped
best
pants.
candies.
Pretty good.
it's one of the most hideous uniforms ever. I fucking love it. I miss those.
I'm sure they'll bring it back for a color rush at some point.
They need to. I think our record's
Trying to figure out
really
what
good
this
in those
tastes like.
uniforms.
Tastes like dreams
Hopes and dreams.
and flavor.
Hey, we need it. Black folks, we've been taking too many L's this north.
What do you mean else? We can escape.
Mike Tyson, Kamala, Quincy Jones. We can't take too many L's this month. We can't take too many more before the end of the year. Because I guarantee if we take another L, in January 2025, we're going to have another big dick deviant fucking up the whole year.
I'll just say there's other countries, yo. Let's say Noah's Ark that shit.
Take my 2 pit bulls and
I want one black person from each borough, man and woman.
What the fuck are you, Noah, over here?
Yeah, that's
Just
what I said. I'm
collecting
Noah Ark that shit. Houston, y'all get one. Austin, y'all get one. Dallas, y'all get one. Take us on a ship somewhere better.
So, TJ, one of the things that you missed while you were in Japan is I just started pulling up plays that I thought were funny. So
Yeah.
we can look at it.
I was so excited, man. That's not my persona. Yeah, nigga. Go ahead.
We can do whatever you want.
I was a little too excited for that.
But this one comes from Purdue, and everybody is mad at the groundskeeper for the way that he painted the field. Oh, throws a touchdown.
Oh, no, I'm fighting someone. I'm fighting.
Look, they even have a little orange post behind there, too.
Oh, no. Don't be sitting there trying to confuse me. Nah, someone's getting fired. I got enough, what is it, NIL money? Someone's losing a job.
I thought it was funny that I don't know who they played because I just know this is Purdue. The corner from the other team was like, "Hey, bro, look where you're standing." Someone got their ass beat, not fired, whooped because of that.
Yeah, you know what, right? Keep your job. Economy's tough. But I'm going to have to catch these hands.
Well, last topic before we get into NFL topics is an NBA topic, actually.
Oh, yeah.
We were sad that Inside the NBA was ending, and they just announced a new contract. They're going to ESPN.
Yeah. TNT's still going to produce the show, but it's going to air on ESPN, which is weird.
Yes.
Pretty sure it's unprecedented. So hopefully that shouldn't affect the content of the show itself. Because I still want
Making such a big deal about it.
Well, everyone was sad that it was going to. Who's going to shit on Galveston now?
Yeah. Galveston needs to be shat on.
It's true. No, that's not what I mean. I was just like, for them to just turn around and be like, fuck it. You know? But that doesn't make sense. Like,
Why?
no, I meant the sense of like, if TNT's still, that cross kind of mix where it's like TNT's producing, it's airing on ESPN. That's just such an interesting thing.
And it's funny because one is basically under the Max tree, the Discovery HBO Max tree, and the other one is the Disney tree.
Yep. It's just like Who Framed Roger Rabbit, but with sports. Warner Brothers and Disney. I mean, I think more people watch Inside the NBA than the actual games.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
the best way to keep up with the sport.
It is, and also a lot of the games suck right now. Like the NBA viewership's down; it keeps going lower and lower.
I thought it was kind of upsetting / probably true that Jake Paul said more people watched his fight than the NBA playoffs.
Oh, they 100% did. 100% did. We have the data.
Yeah.
to show it.
Well, I tell everybody every time, like, hey, look, I'm not a hater on the NBA. They just put this season counter programming to what? Football? My sports time is for one sport.
Yeah.
But I mean, even like during the playoffs, like I don't think have you come out for one of the playoff hangouts?
Probably not, but I watch playoff sports.
Okay.
I mean, I watch playoff basketball. It's not like I just completely abstain from basketball.
Yeah.
I'm just not the best at articulating my thoughts half the time because I'm like,
neither am I.
like
We actually, I think, for our April show, we were talking about who's up and coming, and I had never seen the dude from the Timberwolves ever before.
Which guy? Oh, Anthony Edwards?
Anthony Edwards.
Yeah.
And I had a lot of fun watching him play for the first time, like this year.
Yeah, I don't really follow basketball that closely until the trade deadline.
Too many games, man.
There's too many games, and right now, to your point, football is the main thing I'm focused on now, especially since we're over halfway through the season and there teams that are going into playoff contention are starting to separate themselves more. Stakes get raised. And the NFL has taken Christmas away from the NBA.
Yeah, they say, give me your shit.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck you, LeBron.
I mean, look, it's just... There is a significant difference in how sports feels when NFL is around and when it's not around.
Yeah.
And that's not a disrespect towards any other sport. There's just so much more program. Like inside the NBA is the basketball show.
Yes.
I was going to say the Super Bowl is like the second week or the first week of February. There's a legit hole till March Madness starts for me where I just don't care about sports unless there's a good boxing or UFC match on.
Mm-hmm. But that's the delta.
Yeah.
For a lot of people, they come off that Super Bowl and it's a whole, and it's like what, you get the draft and then you get nothing.
Yeah.
Until football season again. And that's when my serotonin comes back. That's around that time when Texas heat starts to get annoying.
Yeah.
And you like, I just need something to watch so I can keep my black ass inside. But even around this time of year, you kind of switch gears. You're like, hey, even though my team is terrible right now, that doesn't make it any less interesting to engage with some other aspects of it. Like I play a lot of fantasy. I don't care what anyone tells me. Into sports gambling for other shit, terrible. Football makes sense because there's I think it's always going to be the condensed amount of impact of the games.
Yeah.
Because there's so few, every single one matters.
Yeah.
Like somebody gets injured in the NBA, there's 100 and fucking, there's 82 games. What?
Yeah, it's 82 regular
We're
season.
already
82 games.
70.
It's harder to respect the NBA in the sense that they put Bronny in.
Let's not do
He's
that.
gonna let Bronny play.
Why you hate on this little black boy? Huh? He's reaching for his dreams.
Didn't G League
I was about to say they sent Bronny into Europe already.
Why are you hating on that little black boy?
the team that drafted him is hating on him. They're like, the team that drafted him is like, you're not allowed to play with us anymore.
You can't sit with us anymore.
It's like, ew, Bronny.
LeBron should have drafted up a better contract.
JJ Redick's like, get your lame ass over there.
I don't think anyone can draft up a contract that lets you play.
LeBron could get his way if he wanted to. He just said, I got my pictures with my son. I got the publicity.
Yeah.
Got to do something really cool.
You served your purpose, son. Now get out of here.
Here's a check, kid.
Yeah. You added a nice ending to my documentary that's going to come out in 10 years. Thanks.
On Netflix.
Yeah, on Netflix.
Stream live.
Yeah.
So it can break.
I think it's interesting. I mean, viewership of the NFL is going up. Viewership of the NBA is going down. I would argue the NFL has gotten less and less physical. I think that's fair, right?
Yes.
NBA has also gotten less and less physical. I think people like physical basketball.
Yeah.
And I think it's interesting to me that both sports have tried to be safer. And I think people watch football, they like seeing quarterbacks do ridiculous stuff. I like seeing quarterbacks getting rocked personally.
I like when they throw a flag and they're like, I don't even know if that's a flag. We just have to.
Yeah, right. I like seeing really hard hits in the NFLs, but in the NBA, I also think the decline in physicality has also led to just more three-point shots being jacked up because you can't hand check anyone anymore. So you just have to give them a lot of space. Like, oh, I got a wide open three.
Well,
because people are complaining about now it's just a 3-point show, more so than ever.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think I'm like and not to say, I don't want to minimize the injuries.
Yeah.
But after a certain point, I'm like, look, the NBA ain't the NFL.
No.
You gotta let like hand checking ain't gonna kill nobody.
No, people were getting injured less back in the 90s than they were now. It's almost like, repeatedly doing strenuous activity conditions your body to withstand strenuous activity.
Well, because I think people forget, and I don't even know why. Like, I think people forget that pretty sure everyone's heard it before. When you fracture or break a bone, and it's done cleanly, or it's done in certain fashions, it gets stronger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aiden Hutchinson's gonna be the Terminator when he comes back.
Fucking unstoppable.
I also think it's the length. Both the MLB and NBA are like 82, 100 games or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
And no one cares in the beginning. It only becomes more interesting or intriguing after February because, of course, that's when you gear up for the playoffs. Bypassing the in-season tournament that Gertz despised.
I do hate that.
So I think it's just the length. Right now, people just don't care about it because it's just starting. We're only, 12, 13 games into the season now?
I think that goes to that whole point of hey, when you only have 17 games, really, you have 16 and you maybe get more, but you have 16 games. Mm-hmm. Every game's impactful. Mm-hmm. And when every game's impactful and every week's impactful.
16 games, I think. Well, the Cavaliers have played 16 games.
Yeah.
It's just a difference in that. And then also, I think being aligned to the more family-oriented holidays does help.
Yeah.
Because, Thanksgiving, that's always been a football thing.
Yes.
Christmas
has always been an NBA.
NBA. But I mean, if you're asking someone what I want to watch on Christmas, I'd watch a fucking football game.
Yeah. Actually, I watch the NBA.
I watch a lot of college bowl games, probably about that point.
Well, this year's going to be different. Well, I mean, holiday time this year is going to be the playoffs starts on December 12th for college football.
College football playoffs.
College, yeah.
December 12th. So it's going to be a little bit different this year. But Christmas Day, I normally watch the NBA just because they normally have the different jerseys and it's like a shitload of things going on. So
no, but the NFL doing Christmas is new. That's why I'm like,
yes, they're saying we're going to compete with you for Christmas Day ratings, and I think we're going to win it, especially being on Netflix.
Yeah,
and I think the other
we might see another black ass on TV.
But I also think that the NFL, and maybe this goes into just the structure of the sport. Man, there's just a lot of likable NFL players.
Yeah.
And I think that, not necessarily you love them, but there's a way that the NFL does the marketing of some of their particular players that you're just man, I want to see them be successful. To be in the NBA, you can't be bad and get to play in the NBA.
Right.
There's some
a la LeBron James Jr.
Yeah, you don't get that much time. Mm-hmm. Fucking, we're on Danny DeVito and the Giants. Anything's possible in the NFL.
Danny DeVito.
What was it?
Tommy
DeVito.
I wish Danny DeVito. In between Jersey Mike commercials.
I show up there and I throw the ball.
No, fucking.
I throw trash all over the field.
I meant what I said. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, you know what I mean? You could have those weird interactions and those weird nuances that just don't get to happen.
Are you saying that the NBA don't have likable players outside of LeBron and Steph?
No. Well, let me rephrase that. I think it's more so LeBron, Steph, a lot of the leading characters you think of in the NBA, they last a lot longer than NFL players, so you're able to cycle through and have new faces and people that are in the sport a little bit more fresh. B, they're kind of boring now. LeBron's not boring to watch. That's not what I'm saying. As a player, I know his attitude, I know his mentality. That shit ain't changing. The new cats are not exactly kind of earn their stripes to even be in that same monochrome. I'll put it this way: a new player in football comes and gets to be talked about in the same breath as the other players do. Therefore, you get to know and learn them a little bit more.
But there's no longer a LeBron James type player. That era is gone now. Anybody that's come out of college or high school, there's not much hype around them compared to how it was with LeBron James. NFL, like you said, is completely different. Jalen Daniels sticking out.
Bo Nix.
So
balling.
Yeah.
Caleb Williams.
But it's just, I think it's how the NFL promotes younger rookie players versus how they do with the NBA.
I think I will say that I do think the NBA does have a personality problem with a lot of its young stars. I do think.
Well, we did straight up ask, like in that NBA show that we had, who's the new hotness, and it was kind of like talking into an empty room.
Yeah, I mean, I thought Ja Morant until he kept getting in trouble for flashing guns on Instagram. It's like, dude, stop it, because Ja Morant's so fun to watch.
That would not happen in the NFL.
No, it wouldn't have happened in the NBA in the '90s.
Well, you do have Ray Lewis.
Yeah.
Hey,
That was a whole.
no, timeout. All you have to say is they have the Raiders. Raiders like to lose players convictions as much as
true.
any other team.
I did have a funny things to bring up because I didn't know that Pop-Tarts were creating canon with their Pop-Tart Bowl. Do you remember the Pop-Tart Bowl last year?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they created this little dude that went into the little toaster, and then he came out an actual pastry kind of thing. Well, he's dead. 100%. Like, that Pop-Tart guy is not coming back for the Pop-Tart Bowl this year. So I just thought it was funny that they're creating lore, and it's like, meet the brothers and sisters of the strawberry Pop-Tart that died last year.
So they're all going to die this year, right?
Yes.
They're all going to die in the toaster.
I kind of love this.
It's hot fudge sundae, frosted wildberry, and a mystery flavor.
And as kids, like they should have the students like come up and like kind of rip them. You're screaming from the toaster. Making some horror movie shit.
I agree with the South Sibs. I mean, I think Anthony Edwards and Jimmy Butler are probably the most entertaining NBA personalities.
Aren't they?
I think Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy
absolutely.
Butler's in it.
Jimmy Butler's hilarious.
the Pop-Tart
And
sacrificial bowl. That's hilarious.
I think Nikola Jokic is hilarious. And Nikola Jokic is fun to watch.
Well, Luca as a personality, I don't think it appeals to more than 40%.
He
Yeah.
don't have no
He
personalities.
complains all the time.
And he
never
drives a
shuts
rice
up.
cake.
And I do, and to your point, Jordan, when you like, we already think about college players who are going to come to the NFL. Think about Cam Ward. We think about Shador. We think about Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
Name me one college basketball player that you're excited to come to the NBA.
You know,
Muhammad Shabazz.
you know who the most exciting basketball player is right now? Caitlin Clark.
Yeah,
That is
actually.
true.
Yeah.
That is true.
But the issue with college is that, like,
But the WNBA
Yeah, I was about to
doesn't
say.
want her to succeed.
Yeah, they don't.
Really don't.
They don't want the sport to succeed. Look,
Shit out that girl.
Some fucker on Twitter says she's the white Rosa Parks. I said, shut the fuck.
I don't even know what that means.
blazing the trails
Does that
for
mean they
white.
made her sit at the front of the bus? I don't know what that means.
I'm not mad at that. I'm mad at in the sense of to have the gall to say that. That's very impressive. Like I'm impressed you had the balls to say that.
I don't know that person doesn't even know what they mean when they said
That's
that.
what I mean. It's like to be
TJ,
so
no.
wrong. To be so wrong. That's what I mean. Relax.
It was like, ma'am, you need to move up to the front of the bus, and she said, "No, I'm tired." What the fuck? Makes no sense.
I'm good.
Shut up.
Well, yeah,
But to your point, I just wanted to bring up this point. I like, as someone who's been like, oh yeah, you know what, like I would love to live in a world where the WNBA, kind of like in the 90s, was getting the shine that it should have.
Yeah.
But the WNBA as an organization, good God,
Oh, it's
they don't want them to have the shine.
You hear what Charles Barkley said? Charles Barkley about the WNBA. This is like when Caitlin Clark was like,
Starting.
yeah, and was post Olympics, and she was really taking off. Charles Barkley said, "You could get a group of men together, and we couldn't have fucked this Caitlin Clark situation up more if we tried. Like we could, if there was a group of men trying to sabotage the WNBA, we would not have done it as
Bad as the WNBA did it itself.
It's ridiculous.
Disgust. Because what was it? Was it when we went to I think we were watching.
If the patriarchy attacked Caitlin Clark,
Yeah.
it wouldn't have been as well as the WNBA
Yes.
shot themselves in the foot.
Yes.
We like, how do I put it? Like, I think it was when we were watching maybe the Chiefs game or something. We were watching a game together, and it was the same time as one of the WNBA finals. The first game was
Yes.
happening, and that game was actually pretty good.
It was.
It was going down to the wire.
Went into overtime.
Yeah, too bad. WNBA again doesn't want them to succeed at all. It's actually impressive how much they dropped the ball. The people just talk about Caitlin Clark. They also had you know how much the NFL would have been like, Caitlin Clark Angel Reese.
Yes.
Like fucking the Josh Allen, Patty Mahomes shit.
Yep.
They would have been stroking it up.
The NBA. They did it with Larry Bird and Magic Johnson.
You just put two opposing forces, put red behind one, blue behind the other. People won't see past that.
Well, the viewership actually went up this year for WNBA.
It did.
But
Damn.
let's be honest here, guys. Ain't nobody watching no fucking WNBA on a Sunday when the NFL is on. I'm not being disrespectful. I think Caitlin Clark is becoming the face of the WNBA.
Yeah.
And it's clear that she is. Ratings have gone up double with her alone. Look, I think Angel Reese is super talented as well, too. But I don't know where it went wrong after the 90s. I mean, I really try to look back and look at those games and say, man, you had Cheryl Swoops, you had Lisa Leslie, you had a squad back then. Houston was actually a team before they shut them down. And you just think to yourself, what actually happened?
Organization. It's an organization thing. It has to be an organization thing.
It must be.
There's no reason. There is no, like, to your point, yes, ratings and things went up. They should have been through the fucking roof. I'll even put it this way. College women's basketball
is a whole different thing.
Like, compared to men's, even compared to men's college basketball.
The final year that Caitlin Clark was in the championship, they had more ratings than the men's basketball tournament.
I'm saying I watched way more women's games.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They were a lot more fun to watch.
For some reason, there's a drop off, and like, and it's such a, it's I know it's how to put it, a nuanced topic, because there's a lot of women who advocate for women's sports and things of the like.
Yeah.
And so it's just frustrating when you see the layup, pun intended, a layup
Yes.
Yo, Trev,
of a situation.
I went to 2 games this past season for the Indiana Fever, and both were sold out.
No, those games were against the Indiana Fever.
Oh, none of those games are against the. Well, that's even better.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, because a rising tide lifts all ships. And that's the thing that, like WNBA commentators, a lot of former WNBA players, a lot of them came across as kind of just bitter.
No, they were
jealous.
The theme of the WNBA this time around was like, and it could have just been a lot of the spotlights and cameras or headlines that highlighted these things, but it was very vindictive.
Yes.
To the success of the younger generation of talent.
Well, let's be specific. It was towards Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
Because Cheryl Swoops sound bitter as fuck.
It was like every great former WNBA player turned into Steven Jackson. Yeah. You know what I mean? It was just like shitting on younger players.
I mean,
Steven Jackson says back in my day, it's like, dude, you played with LeBron James. Like, and you're in the same era.
Back in my day.
Shut up.
I'm not the biggest expert on the WNBA at all, or probably even the NBA, but I don't understand how she wasn't invited to be in the Olympics team, right?
She wasn't, no. And
so was Angel Reese.
Yeah, you could like prior to that, you could have made a case that's like she wasn't one of the best players in WNBA. Yeah. It was clear after that because I mean she went along with Angel Reese, so it's like, oh, you went right from like the college playoffs right into the regular season.
I thought it was. That's the other thing that I didn't understand. That like,
and they gave her a lot of back-to-backs early. Too.
Yeah, the championship ended. Like I think she lost in the quarterfinals.
No, she lost in the championship.
Oh, she lost in the
championship. Are you talking about WNBA or the college?
College.
No, she lost in the championship.
Yeah. Oh, I thought she lost in the.
She played South Carolina. They got beat badly.
But
very badly.
But I just thought it was weird that like the college ended.
Yeah.
And then a month later, like she was in the WNBA.
Yep, she was. And early on, they gave the Indiana Fever a bunch of back-to-back games. So it's like, just it's like, wow, this star prospect. You should probably make sure she's at her best to start your season.
Yeah.
I mean, just from an organizational standpoint, it would have people interested in the WNBA. Because I remember we were talking about it. You were just posting her stats, and you're like, man, she's turning over the ball a lot.
Yeah.
And now we all know why. It's like, dude, she was fucking exhausted. Because after the Olympics and after the midseason break, she was kicking ass. She became definitively one of the best players in the whole league as a rookie.
Oh, who knew that you needed rest?
Yeah.
Recovery. After.
So you're for load management?
No. I'm for minute management. I'm for, if you want to play back-to-backs, okay, play fewer minutes in one of those games. Players are getting hurt less. We looked up how many games John Stockton missed. Stockton missed 22 games in 19 years.
Damn.
Yeah. An unremarkable 6'2" athlete
Hey,
who
man,
was
he,
dirty as fuck, by the way.
he was like, I'm gonna get this check.
Yeah.
But no, it's just, I know people will be like, yes, it was a very successful year for the WNBA.
Yeah.
It could have been better, a lot better.
It could have been more. It
They
was-
could have had everything. But to your point, but that's an organizational thing.
Yeah. Yes.
Don't fuck with football. That's stupid. Just
I don't know necessarily when the WNBA starts and when it ends because it seems like there's gaps of when they actually start. Like, for example, I didn't know when they started last year.
hey,
Or not last year, this year.
they start when you believe they start.
Nigga.
Is the WNBA playing right now? They might be. You
Yeah,
never know.
they are. They playing overseas in Russia. They not playing right now.
That's where they go.
That's where they go
even
to
the
make
worst part. They have to
their
go play.
part-time job.
No, they go play
they-
international. Go get actually paid.
They straight up complete
At Popeyes.
with the NBA season, but it has less games, so it probably
Yeah, it
be.
does.
Yeah, it goes from April to October is an example of this season.
I just think you should just avoid. Just hey man, move that up to like from make it from March to September.
We'll make
Save
it
you.
summertime.
It is in the summertime. It goes all the way through the
I
summertime.
mean, just
Starting
completely
March.
summertime. Starting in
You want to compete with March Madness? I don't.
well, as soon as the NBA is over with, which is June, that's when you start, and then you end it real quick.
Yeah.
Jordan's like you ended in August.
2-month season.
Yeah, they'll figure it out. Don't can't manage a load if it's only load.
How many WNBA games are there? It's like 60, right?
Let me go ahead.
25.
What? It's that few? WNBA
many-
regular season games?
You stop it.
44 games.
You stop.
Okay.
I was close.
Yeah. You can fit 44 games in 2 months.
Yo, Jordan, if I didn't know you actually, rocked sports the way you sounded.
Honestly, I only care about the college basketball. For me, is the best.
Yes, it
I
is.
love it. I love that spirit. But once they get into the WNBA, I'm just like,
I'm having this weird.
Because the WNBA doesn't care. That's the problem.
I'm having this weird epiphany where this year, the college is better than the NFL right now.
Yeah.
College, the NFL's kind of weird this year.
But college have taken on the NFL aspect of it, where
Yeah, but now
last year, if you lost the game, that's it. You're no longer in the playoffs. This year, where there's 12 games, you can lose 2
teams,
games,
yeah.
or 12 teams. You can lose 2 games and be still in the playoffs. Look at Alabama, right? Alabama lost 2; they're still in the playoffs. There's teams that are already lost 2 that are still there. So, to me, I just think that as long as you played yourself in the top 12, you should be fine. That's why when losing 1 game don't mean nothing
Well,
this year.
that was the important part about college because it's almost like college was too cranked up to where it was like, great, it's so fascinating to watch half these teams that even are successful not get to go to the play. Like, that was stupid.
But then,
so-
do you want to see a Boise State in the playoffs? And
I
see
do.
them
I
get
do
blown
want to
out?
see Ashton Jennings.
I want to time out. Boise State has that ugly ass blue field, right? Is that them?
They have the Smurf turf.
Yeah, they have the Smurf turf, but they also have Ashton Genty, who stands there like Michael Myers and then runs.
No, they can't tackle him because they're like motherfuckers are colorblind. It's all blue. He has a blue jersey on a blue field.
He's the dude that looks like he's not even like playing, right?
Him and Cam from Miami.
I would love to see that kid in a championship.
Well, Miami still might get there. Boise State is definitely still on track to get there.
I'd like
I
to
want to
see
see Cam Ward in the NFL.
You like
so
Cam Ward too, huh?
He just looks like he doesn't care, and that's the best part.
No, I see that.
No,
He's,
not-
he's probably one of my, like the top quarterback to me in the NCAA. Probably.
No, you know who my number one
higher
is.
than Shador.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
He's a way better quarterback to me than Shador.
Absolutely not. I think Shador's better. I wouldn't say better. I think Shador is.
Shador is Caleb.
No, just absolutely not. No.
I said what I said and I meant what I said.
Shador cries in his mom's arms after a loss.
Nigga, I am fucking this.
Shador, I think Shador did cry last year.
That one's like I would.
Did he cry with his teammates?
That big one?
I think he just cried by himself.
Nope. Okay.
That's acceptable.
He's Kit Kats.
I don't know anything about how good Shador is. I don't have the most amount of faith in Shador, but I do think Travis Hunter is going to be like.
Oh yeah, Travis Hunter's.
If you have the number one pick, you pick Travis Hunter before Shador.
Nah, see, the thing is, what's going to happen is they're going to try and get him in number one. They're going to be like, shit, we need Sensei Taysom Hill to teach this kid how to operate.
Yeah. Taysom Hill was on some shit this weekend.
Motherfucker got 3 touchdowns. I needed Drew Brees to throw 2. The prize picks, nigga got me broke. I'm very upset. Your quarterback and Drew Brees fucked me.
What do you mean Drew Brees? He's retired.
Not Drew Brees. I mean fucking Derek Carr.
Derek Carr.
I mean, look.
Yeah, don't insult Derek Carr like that. I mean, no, don't insult Drew Brees like that.
Could have been the same to me. Could have been the same to me. Damn, that was my Tommy moment. I was like,
it's fine.
We're Jamie's.
We're catching Tommy by the toe now. Like every now, like
I had a question for you.
Go for it.
We missed the window, but I'm gonna come back to it. How did you feel about Michael Parsons dogging out your head coach?
Oh, well, I think I typed this in the chat.
He did.
I didn't perceive it as like I read it as all the words of damn
structured. Right?
Yeah.
If he would have left it off at, I feel bad for Zach Martin, then I can understand. He said Mike McCarthy can go and get another coaching career somewhere else. I felt fine with that. But then once he said that Zach Martin works harder than Mike McCarthy ever did, I just said, you fucked up.
Yeah, that was where he said that extra bounce, because I think what he meant was in terms of like, and I mean it's just Carfax, like Zach Martin's just put in more time in the Cowboys organization than
Mike McCarthy
has. I don't think you should even go down that route.
Right.
But again, I don't think anyone from the Cowboys should be interviewed right now. The motherfuckers are discombobulated.
I agree with that.
And Jerry Jones is just keeps on saying dumb shit. He was like, he threw Dak under the bus and he paid him. I'm not confused. And then he bit that shit back because guess what? Fun fact, for the upteenth time as I've been yelling from the mountaintops, Cooper Rush is now starting quarterback for a reason. He's good for.
He looked all right.
I'll punch you in your throat.
He looked okay. He
He looked pretty good. Yeah, I thought so.
Yards.
Yeah, he did. He threw over 200 some odd yards.
He threw over 300.
Oh, he did? Yeah, he did well.
I haven't seen Dak do that in a long time.
Compared to how he played against the Eagles, he did well.
Oh, okay, but he could have thrown it. He could have thrown it to the stands, and it would have been better than the Eagles. I don't know what happened there.
But what happened is you said half your roster's hurt.
No, I meant like there's half your roster hurt, and you still can throw it over. What it was like fucking 40 yards. It was terrible.
To your point, no one's interviewing a pass rusher on the Jaguars. Well, what do you think about your coach?
Well, they are. We don't get the Jacksonville news media.
Yeah, exactly. My point being, like, the Cowboys are just as relevant as the Jags this season.
The Cowboys, Cowboys janitor gets interviews and it gets trending. Like
but the legacy of the Cowboys is what propel anybody that's on the Cowboys at this particular season an interview. So when Micah said that, it just made that organization look bad. But it all goes back to what I've been saying before. We're going all in. And so where it all leads down to when Jerry Jones said that shit. Now, your organization, I'm not going to shit on your organization. It's too late. I'm not going to do that.
No, I shit on it plenty. To your point, it's just the precipice. Because Jerry Jones could have been like, rebuild, and everybody would call it a wash.
All right.
He framed it as, we're going all in. Didn't make them like he just put himself into a chess position. And again, it's an organizational structure.
Absolutely.
It goes from I've been a big proponent of I'm used to Dak general Cowboys hate, but I'm like, you can't look at this organization and just blame the players anymore. Like
you can, but
I'm not saying they're doing any favors. I'm just saying, look, man, there's just a cancer that just keeps on being more cancerous.
There was missed opportunities. You could have had Derrick Henry. You could have had DeAndre Hopkins.
Who's in charge of that?
Jerry.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm
There's
saying.
a cancer, and its name is Jerry Jones.
That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
There's you can't look at the players and be mad at them. You can, but this is the one season where you're like, damn.
There's a slave master, and his name is Jerry Jones. That's his name.
Ain't gonna say that.
They had
about to
fucking
say,
Dak
look-
Prescott sitting behind that damn Microsoft Circus with the screensaver on. And nigga ain't looking at no goddamn plays, man. Shit.
He wasn't even wearing a headset.
He wasn't even
I think.
wearing a
He was
headset.
just like looking at his tablet. He was on Reddit.
Galaxy.
We're going on a trip, and he's looking at that.
No, I mean, bro, you are working through that, man.
Yeah, nigga.
You are, bro. I'm like, it's not even the easy candy.
But
It's
bro,
the
you do
chocolates.
this most of the time. Why do you think my bags are sealed? Like that's what you happened last time. That's what Tommy did.
Yeah. I
delicious.
kept mine sealed up as well for that reason. I'm not getting tempted.
Y'all hear
Save
that?
for cheap day.
Turn into the ASMR.
Yeah.
Now, I mean,
Jerry.
but what I will say is, man, sports. I do have a bone to pick. Sports media, get off a bad team's dick. They're bad.
That's what I want to talk
No,
about.
they kind of all do that, and it's not just your Cowboys. But I do have another.
No, you know that's not true.
I know it. I know the Cowboys get it the worst, but I actually, and I said this like I think the week you left, I was like, we're not talking about the Cowboys is boring at this point.
Yeah.
Like it's just the same thing.
We barely talked about while you were gone.
Yeah.
No, I mean, don't yawn and sound bored.
True though, man.
The most exciting thing that's happening to the Cowboys right now, or going to happen, is their fucking Thanksgiving game.
Which
That's exciting.
They should flex
DeVito's
that.
playing. It's gonna be awesome.
I think the Simpsons game is going to be well. That's after, but yeah,
Oh, is Trey Lance playing?
he might.
Cooper Rush is on that injury list that
So
looks
Trey
like a
Lance is
roster.
playing. Oh my God. Two bum ass quarterbacks. That's going to be exciting. I forgot.
Tommy Cutlets versus Trey Lance.
Yeah, this
I
gonna be
have a
exciting.
question for TJ. This is actually a question that Gertz is asking in an indirect way.
Don't you
Is-
put questions in my mouth. Unless it's a good
Is Josh Allen the NFL season MVP?
Oh, that is a question. That is a question that's worth answering.
You got to answer that.
It's a quick answer. It's one word. Starts with a Y.
Yeah, why?
He's doing everything that you wanted him to do. He's taking better care of the ball,
Let me tell you.
winning games, trucking people.
Our Bills fan is waiting.
Yeah.
You want
Someone looks like the second best quarterback in the league.
you want to know what the worst thing was being in Japan? I was in a fucking back dark bar. Lights dim. Look at my phone. I see my two worst enemies succeeding, thriving, if you will. I just keep on seeing. I mean, this shit's upsetting. But hey, I said I owe Josh Allen an apology last time, and he's
That
kept,
was week 2 or 3.
yeah, and he's kept it consistent since. I won't give that other one a bone. That's his running
Oh, you
backs.
know who?
no, I
No,
don't.
Ugly baby goose.
yeah, so that's
Jared Goff.
I hate Jared Goff with a passion. Look, that's everything around. I wish, man, if their quarterbacks change, I could ride or die with that organization.
Look at Kia Sloan, like not knowing you very well.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I won't. Lamar. Lamar's still my MVP.
Not the way I saw Lamar play against the Steelers.
That's
sadly.
just a confusing null and void. Steelers football is terrible. I got to experience it this year, and I said, this shit is the worst.
That was outside of who won. Outside of who had which score, that was the most predictable score of the week for me. I saw a comment on Reddit and I was like, yep, where it was a Steelers fan says, I've seen this game 40 times. That
Y'all-
is a Steelers-Ravens game.
If y'all had-
16-18.
If y'all haven't been in the Steelers Thunderdome, like, and what I mean by that is watching the most painful, because like
You're not a good watch.
it's
I've been
'cause,
saying that for years.
like, you know, the other two games against y'all, painful. Against against the Texans, painful. Still not as painful as the win against the Steelers. I don't know how that makes sense. That game was. I think I messaged you. I said this shit's terrible.
yeah,
we were hanging out with a Eagles fan named Caitlin on Sunday, and she straight up said that the game with the Steelers might be the ugliest football game this entire season.
And it's only gonna get worse.
I mean, the Steelers won, so I've seen worse. I've seen games
No,
like
the
that.
Steelers versus the Eagles. It hasn't happened yet.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I thought you
because
meant
the Eagles
Ravens
played
Steelers.
down to their competition, and they're very defensive minded.
Yes.
And you guys win with 6 field goals.
Yep. It was Boswell versus the city of Baltimore on Sunday.
Now, what I will say, Gertz, is
Sounded like a court case and was just as riveting.
if your team, which it very much could, wins a playoff game, I want you to apologize to my favorite black man.
Oh, I've already said that. The goalposts are not moving.
Really?
My whole
Deshaun?
don't you put that on me.
We're not talking about that black man.
Mike Tomlin needs to win a playoff game this year.
And he's fired if he doesn't.
In my heart,
Your heart of hearts.
my heart of hearts, for what that's worth, not
He wants
much.
Rabel so bad.
Yeah, no, why are you holding this black man to a different standard? That's the real
No,
question.
oh no.
I'm kidding.
No, I'm like, don't you even dare.
I've been a Mike Tomlin defender for years, but I'm sick of it. It was Caitlin we were talking about, because you posed the same question to her.
Yeah.
It's like, if Mike Tomlin doesn't win a playoff game this year, should they fire him? And he was asking this of an Eagles fan. She was like, no. And I was like, dude, the Giants have won a playoff game more recently than us. And she was like, I can't argue with that. Bad teams win playoff games. Like, it happens. We've been bad enough to win a playoff game.
I want y'all to fire him.
The Browns have won more recently.
'Cause I want him.
The Cowboys are not going to hire a coach like
no.
Yeah, he's too black.
But
Yeah.
that's giving
He's like, that one has a little too much.
that's giving that black man too much power.
But now,
Darth Rabbit's coming at you. TJ, I have a bone to pick with you. How did you become a Commanders fan?
huh?
That's right.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I was a Commanders fan.
Yeah, you say you like Jalen Daniels, do you not?
I do. Yeah.
You say you went from Deshaun Watson to Jalen Daniels.
That's not what I said. Stop trying to throw that in there. First of all, the Browns have my favorite quarterback that they've had in recent memory right now. So,
Jameis.
look, he gives dramatic.
Bro, you missed the you missed the episode where Jameis thought Bruce Arenas was black.
Bruce Arians.
Bruce Arians.
Did you say Arenas?
Yeah, I did. I missaid his name.
Bruce Arians with Gilbert Arenas.
Yes, I did.
Fusion.
I'm not a Commanders fan. I think it's just the rookie quarterback effect. Where if you get a rookie, because I like Dan Quinn, and you get a rookie quarterback, I'm gonna be interested in your team.
Oh yeah, I think Dan Quinn helped that organization quite a bit.
I think it's kind of frustrating because I think it would just be such a better division if there was the 3-team rotation actually being good. I'd like all 4 teams to be a good division. It'd just be more interesting football. But the gap between 2 of the teams and the other 2 is just too vast.
Ricardo made your perfect team, coached by young Herb. Jameis is the quarterback, and Gronk clone at tight end.
I don't want a Gronk clone. They said he does math too well. That's on an interview. I was like, they were like, oh man, he does math well. I was like, I want Gronk minus that math part. But yes, I just want how to put it. If I have to switch quarterbacks, I don't want a consistent or like a rookie quarterback. I want the roulette reel. I want James.
Because you liked Fitzmagic a lot.
Yes.
You like Russian roulette quarterbacks.
Hell yeah.
That's why he likes Richardson.
Yeah.
Why do you think I love Richardson?
Yeah.
I smell it. I said, "Ooh, that's a good one." That's one for the picking.
I love watching wild quarterbacks like that. I would go nuts if one of them was on my team.
Oh, I know.
Why don't you try to pick up Anthony Richardson?
What's up?
Why don't you try to pick up Anthony Richardson?
You know what's funny is I do think Shador is going to be like that in the NFL.
I don't.
You think he's gonna be good? You think he's gonna be good?
Yeah,
It's so hard to get a quarterback good outside of the box.
No, let me put this. He'll be good if he doesn't go to the abyss. And by the abyss,
There's a lot of abysses.
No, let me put it. If he goes to the Panthers, no quarterback's there for success.
Yeah.
He cannot go to the Panthers. If he goes to there's other weird kind of middle grounds. The Jets, they blew their whole shit up, and they're going to continue to. Wait, aren't they a topic?
They are a topic.
Can we go to the Jets?
Well, before that, is Josh Allen the front runner?
Did I just say? I'm not saying that.
Okay, well, we got another award. Coach of the Year. Is it Campbell or Tomlin?
Ooh, black man.
I'll give it to
Tomlin.
Why about Quinn?
Quinn does deserve a nod.
He's in the running for sure. Yeah.
Nick Sirianni.
Man,
No. It's no.
He deserves to be in the running, and I hate saying that.
No, he doesn't. Look, no. We're not going to sit here and be cute. Your team You want to know who deserves every award on that team? Saquon.
Absolutely.
Saquon is coach of the year. Saquon is offensive and defensive player of the year.
I mean, I thought
The Giants are your best friend.
Absolutely. I said that.
Yeah.
They are my attaboy.
the fans were chanting "Thank you, Giants." What game was that? It was one of the Thursday night. It was against the Commanders.
Yeah.
They paid Daniel Jones and then said, "Yeah, let's give up Saquon to an in-division competitor."
They didn't
know
give
that.
him up.
Yeah.
Per se. They
Just knew he was
were
going.
outbid. They were outbidded because the Eagles gave him a contract. They didn't have enough to pay him. And Mora, I think his name is Mora, the owner of the Giants, Mara, thank you. He said, well, we'll be fine. Well, that backfired because the man is number 2 in the league in rushing yards behind Derrick Henry.
Did you see that clip from Hard Knocks? Mara was not happy about Saquon going to the Eagles.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The clip, he walked away. He said, we're going to be fine. And he walked away at that particular point, and it backfired. So they'll always be my attaboy. They will always be my attaboy.
You don't see the tattoo under Jordan's, left chest. It's Giants for life.
I thought Dan Campbell should have gotten it last year because Stefanski won it, and I thought
Ricardo.
I thought Campbell was a better choice than Stefanski. I thought D'Amico Ryans for the Texans deserved it more than Stefanski. Though Stefanski, I thought, did a great job with Flacco last year. This year, I mean, if the Steelers, if they get 11 wins, then I would give it to Mike Tomlin.
Why? He ain't did shit.
Dude, that quarterback situation.
He ain't did shit. He ain't won a fucking playoff game in how long?
Coach of the Year
is on regular.
Is a regular season award.
Man, fuck that shit.
It's a regular season award.
It is. And the way
I'd be with you if it wasn't.
I mean,
Actually, no, I'd still probably go Tomlin.
it's the way he handled that quarterback situation made because I was pulling my hair out when I heard.
Completely fair.
I thought that was everyone was like, "You're fucking nuts," and he proved everybody wrong.
I mean, he's a great coach.
He just
Don't
makes
get
me
wrong.
laugh because he was like, "There's a reason I get paid."
There's a reason I'm well compensated.
What's crazy is this man takes his hat off and mustache off, and he becomes Omar Epps.
Yep.
We're confused.
We're confused.
Did I tell you I said the Falcons should do years ago? I said it on the show that they should hire Omar Epps as their head coach and tell everyone it's Mike Tomlin. People in Atlanta would be so happy.
We can tell the difference. Now the other, 31 teams.
Yeah,
They'd be like, shit, there's 2 Mike Tomlins.
Another coach. What about the Minnesota Vikings coach?
Oh yeah, he's really good. What's his name again? McConnell?
Something like that.
No, that's Mitch McConnell.
I'm gonna be honest. You want to know a team that just kind of does shit and I have not paid attention to?
Yeah,
It's them.
What do you mean, them?
Yeah, the Vikings. I know they're doing fine.
they're doing really well.
They're the hype train for them is slowing down a little bit.
It'll pick up some speed again.
I still think
We'll see.
You should have stuck with your Viking.
I just know how your team works.
I ended up where I ended up. It was my life now.
I don't know what devil work Howie did to get the contracts he did, but they gonna bite you.
No.
I do have a funny note on awards though that I didn't know. So people were talking about how sports betting is affecting the NFL this year. One of the things is that this is one of the already ready to defend it. Somewhere around August, they were saying Sam Darnold was the front runner to win Comeback Player of the Year.
Absolutely. They
changed the rule that in order to win Comeback Player of the Year, you have to come back from an injury.
Is sucking ass an injury?
Nope.
Oh, that's a shame. I'll still have it on lock.
I do think that's stupid.
I agree.
But I get it, if that makes sense. I think it's dumb.
I mean, Flacco won it last year.
Yeah. And he'll be the last player to win it in the way he did.
Yeah.
He didn't come back from an injury. He came back from sucking.
But I do think that's bullshit. Because I think anyone who survives the Panthers should be a comeback player of the year. Him and Baker.
I would argue that sucking injures your team. So, loophole. Just saying.
Jameis.
Oh, yeah, did he come back from an injury this year?
No, he didn't. He just
Came back from
being off the bench.
fucking Geno Smith won it. Well, it's still the same.
Geno Smith.
Oh, that's right. Gino won it last year, right? No.
He didn't right back.
No. Did Gino win it last year or Flacco? What year?
I think Gino won one of the years.
Gino, they both won it, I
Yeah.
thought. But
Tired ass nigga.
Well, on the another award,
Yeah.
and this is also another Gertz topic. Who is the better rookie of the year right now? Jaden Daniels or Bo Nix?
I think Jalen Daniels.
I think so. I'll put it this way: I think start of season, Jaden Daniels has put himself in a lead
yes.
that Bo Nix is cooking up and trying to.
Oh, but I thought you was supporting black quarterbacks. See, you lying on that shit right there.
Don't you do that?
Had an opportunity to select Jalen Daniels, who went with Bo Nix. And now,
It's easier to say
So
Bo
what?
leave.
Now, what I was trying to say was, I think Bo Nix is cooking up a storm.
concurrent. Okay.
Currently,
I agree 100%. I think Jaden still has the lead.
still has the lead.
But Bo Nix is catching up. And Jaden Daniels is hurt.
Yeah, he's very hurt.
He has a rip injury, right?
Yeah, every time he's on the sideline, they have towels.
Well, that's
wrapped
too
around
bad.
his midsection.
That's why we popped his ass. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the way Bo Nix has been playing, he keeps it
Surprising
up.
because they played
The
like,
Broncos are a sleeper good.
Yeah.
Let me phrase that. Not sleeper good. They're just good.
Yeah, they're solid
They
team.
started out trash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something just happened. They started
You
clicking.
want it? I think they probably got hot after their bye week, but that's good. You want to get hot in the second
I
half
think
of
they
the
got.
season.
I think they got hot after. I think Bo yelled at Sean Payton.
Yes.
and then shit just kind of. He was like, "Oh, this is the one I like."
That endeared me to Bo Nix. I was already like, I don't know enough about college to say who I thought was going to win Rookie of the Year. I will say that we watched a fair bit of Bo Nix just because we liked the Ducks. Because the Ducks are funny. But I was like, he's pretty good. And I thought going in, it's like, I think he could be good. I didn't expect him to be Rookie of the Year good, though.
Yeah.
But outside of them too, who the rookie should have?
If we're talking about like rookie order of operation right now, like who? Okay,
Marvin Harrison Jr.
That's right.
He's pretty damn good.
yeah, but he's in.
Can I just say, Carolina? I'm not Carolina. Cardinals are actually a sleeper team too.
No,
I think they're going to win that division.
Yeah.
because that division's terrible.
No, they're not.
Oh,
That
look at
division-
that.
They're all average.
This is Sports Odds, so you'll care about this. But there's actually a pretty good list, at least for the first four, I think. So it's Jaden Daniels, Bo Nix, Drake May,
Drake May has been
He looks good.
good.
Brock Bowers as actually the only thing keeping the Raiders scoring. After that, I really don't care about Caleb, Malik Neighbors. or-
Malik Neighbors is so painful because he's so good. He just had back-to-back concussions, so he's on 2 alert. And then he's also fucking with the Giants. He can't do anything.
Yeah.
He's with the Giants.
He had a breakout game against, I think it was the Redskins. He had a breakout
Commanders.
game. It was the
I make this problem at least once every other
Hey,
week.
Negro. It don't matter. God damn.
hey, those
Like,
glasses mean you can't be problematic.
These glasses definitely means problematic. You can find me on 4chan. Anyways, no, but he had a breakout game, but after that, he just went quiet. And I just think,
Because he's injured.
yeah, but I'm just saying, like, after that one breakout game, it was just quiet. And maybe it was because of the quarterback situation. Well,
Yes.
there's a lot to do with the quarterback situation.
You can't shine as a wide receiver if the ball doesn't come your
The
way.
man is getting benched.
He's third string now, which
Yes.
is actually sad.
yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
third
Daniel
string.
Jones is third string.
Oh,
They
they're
want
trying
to
tank.
ensure that he doesn't get hurt, so they don't have to pay him extra.
They also are trying to get a better draft pick.
They're 100% tanking.
Yeah, because they can cut.
NFL should intervene.
If they cut him, they save like $19 million on the cap or something
Yeah.
like that. I saw Rich Eisen talking about it, and I was like,
Didn't they just sign him though?
they signed him 2 years ago, I think, 2 or 3 years ago.
2 years ago, they
Yeah.
signed him to like a 4-year, $170 million contract or something smaller than that.
It was
160.
Yeah, 'cause
Really?
It was
Yeah, we all
$40 million a
cheered.
year.
The
Daniel
NFC East
Jones.
cheered.
But that's the crazy part is how willy nilly this organization was willing to throw out a contract after one successful or actually decent season.
I think everyone agrees. People thought it at the time.
It was an idiotic contract.
Yeah, it was you, and they franchise tagged Saquon. So you franchise tagged the wrong guy. Give Saquon the contract. Franchise tag Daniel Jones.
I think Saquon wanted to leave anyway.
I think Saquon, like, no, there's no defense of the Giants because they gave a contract to Daniel Jones. But in their thought process, Saquon did have a bunch of injuries there.
He did.
That's true.
Well, you had also, I don't know if it was precipitated by the offensive line or just him generally, but look at him now.
Yeah, I
It's
think
like-
it was the O-line.
I think it was the O-line.
Not because the one thing the Eagles have never fucked with is that O-line.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We have probably one of the best offensive linemen in the game.
Not one of y'all are the heaviest.
Yeah.
Fun fact, they pulled that stat. They were
Are
like,
they actually
the
the heaviest?
niggas are heavy.
No.
I was gonna say it's them and the Lions.
Made of
They're
steel.
the best O-lines.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, you were right, and I was right. Joe Flacco was comeback player of the year, and then it was Geno Smith the year
prior.
before.
Fucking genius.
I didn't know Joe Burrow won it the year before that because I didn't.
Where did he come back from?
Injured.
Being made out of
Injured.
peanut brittle. Joe
Cookie
Burrow. Overrated ass.
Who's other awards you got on the list?
No, that's it. We're done talking for awards, and
MVP?
now we just got to shit on the Jets for a little bit.
Thank you.
Hell yeah.
What happened with the Jets? I'm sorry. What
They
happened?
fired their coach, their GM. Am I missing a third?
No, just
No, the GM got fired today. Well, actually, no, he's still there. Aaron Rodgers is still on the roster.
Aaron Rodgers ain't gonna survive.
Rakeen's like, yay! Rakeen asked for this. Rakeen asked for this topic on Twitter.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the Jets are just kind of in a sense of disarray. I don't know where you fix it besides burning it down, but they've already decided in the rumor mill that they're moving on from Aaron Rodgers, which they don't. All they have to do is not offer him a contract next season.
But where do you go from here? You get a head coach, maybe Mike Vrabel, draft you Shador. Yeah.
that's cute.
So that way he's throwing to Devontae Adams.
Black
And
quarterback in
Lazard.
New York, that's cute.
And he has a good running back too.
I've said before, if Shador has to go to a team, I want a black quarterback on the Giants because that would make me laugh. It's never gonna happen.
Why? Why'd that make you laugh?
Because that ain't gonna happen.
He might go to the Jets.
But actually, I want it to be on the Giants because then we'll have a blacked out NFC East.
Cooper Rush is black.
But Dak Porter. Oh wait, I had to think about it a little bit. I said,
He's not?
how many Negroes we have in the NFC? I said, oh, Dak is hurt. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, so it would be Dak.
My
Jalen-
brother is injured for a couple weeks, and people are like, "Huh, where'd he go?"
So it'd be Jalen.
A couple of weeks, dude. It's a couple of months. He's gone the rest of the season.
No, I know, but he's only been gone for like a couple weeks.
Jalen. What?
Cooper DeMarcus Rush, Jaquarion.
I always just thought Cooper Rush was light skinned.
Not Bruce Arians.
He got vitiligo. That's what
Jameis
happened.
does think Cooper Rush is black.
Jameis don't see color.
No.
you know he would say that too.
James doesn't see color. Oh, he's Republican.
It is hilarious that this website is called Tankathon, and it's the order of the draft picks for like if the draft were to happen today.
It's a good URL name right there.
So Jacksonville would get it. You guys, I told you, you guys.
You're in a bad spot. You have an expensive, injury-prone quarterback. Or you just re-signed. Oof.
Oh, look, I like that quarterback, so relax.
How I didn't know.
I'm not talking about Cooper Rush. No, they shouldn't have signed back. Or if they were going to sign him earlier, so they could have given him a smaller contract.
No, I think they should. I will still go on the hill if there was no draft pick scenario where they were going to get a quarterback situation. So signing Dak was really the move, and I'd take Dak over most options that would be free. That said, to your point, no, both signings should have happened earlier. They would have saved a lot of money.
Yes.
No, that's the biggest problem. I like that we signed both players. I'm super much an advocate for that.
Yeah.
And you stop the Dak hate. All right, I deal with that with this one who sits here. But
I'm not hating on Dak.
I 100% agree. Those contracts should have been done in March.
he gets injured a lot now.
We have just kind of decided. This is also one of the things you missed while you were in Japan. To just treat Tommy like an old man. You just let him rant, and he tires himself out.
Yeah.
Because we don't even believe him anymore. He's just ranting. Like, once he was like, CJ Stroud is trash, man. I'm just kind of like, I don't know about that.
Now,
bro.
granted, in his defense, I do have to defend Tommy. I have CJ Stroud on 2 fantasy teams, and according to my stats, CJ Stroud is trash. according to now, you know who's great? Joe Mixon. Mixon is the Saquon of the South.
You know
it's
who
wonderful.
is really trash on the Texans team, and I can say it because
too far. Back up.
Tommy isn't here. Their left tackle is trash. Larry Tunsil is trash. He either gets a penalty for being in the wrong spot, or he just lets CJ Stroud run for his life.
But I mean, hey, maybe you just don't like CJ Stroud. That's okay.
It's interesting, though, to hear him say C.J. Stroud is trash. Because the comp that we heard with C.J. Stroud?
What?
And I don't agree with it, because C.J. Stroud can actually move. Mm-hmm. Jared Goff was his comp coming into college.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I heard that today. And I was like, oh, that's right. I remember hearing that at the time.
They compared him to Jared Goff?
Yeah. Which I don't see at all.
That's gross.
Yeah. They didn't mean it as an insult. I know you take it that way.
Yeah.
But I mean, CJ Stroud's really good.
That doesn't even make sense.
But I think it's worth noting because, like, Jared Goff's worst years, they had a horrible O-line. And now CJ Stroud has a horrible O-line.
Well, guess what? What happens when you don't have a good O-line?
If you have... I've seen quarterbacks who are able to make, chicken salad out of chicken shit, but you got to be something really special and mobile.
But like the best you don't even need to. I think it's like this weird imbalance of like you don't have to have the best O line. You just have to have a good O line. Like KC has always had a good O line. I don't think they're the best O line in the league.
They're probably going to be like top 8, but I've always find it weird on how do you measure what a good O line is outside of just sacks allowed or pressures?
Yeah,
like
runs,
and
like yards per gain by your running backs.
I mean, look at Najee Harris.
It says the Lions take the top seed.
But yeah, the Lions and the Eagles have like had the best O lines. Y'all have the best O line consistently.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's why it doesn't make sense 4. When Jalen sucks.
Well, now he's actually playing better than
because of the person next to him.
Yeah, when was this written?
That's true.
Because it had the Jets there, and their O line's been bad for a long time.
I'm just hating because y'all have a running back
during the first half.
Not my problem.
It's mine.
I
live it.
I don't know. I don't know if this is. I think this is actually an unpopular opinion. I think the Jets GM should not have been fired.
I actually, I don't agree because the Carfax of the win percentage is rough. But I agree in the sense of.
Yeah, they put
these last couple seasons have not been a measure of his
Eagles at 3.
Everyone except us has overhyped the Jets.
Yes.
Why? It ain't their coaching.
I actually thought that they had a chance.
Their roster was really good.
They were, and I think that.
Well, I know.
Even with,
I said besides us, we all thought they were overrated.
I mean, because we're the fucking Sears.
Yeah.
Well, I just thought that turf sucks. Aaron Rodgers already got injured on it. Breece Hall is an injury-prone running back, and they didn't have a great wide receiver because it was just the fucking Packers from 5 years ago.
But everyone was like hyping up Sauce Gardner, Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall. Everyone was saying that these guys are awesome. And you're gonna praise the roster and then fire the guy who put together your roster. I don't get it. Make it make sense.
So my delta, to be honest, is a situation of it's kind of like a one or the other thing.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna fire the GM, don't fire the head coach. If you're gonna fire the head coach, don't fire the GM. The GM. I actually think the talent on board was good.
Yes.
You just didn't have a good coach to manage that talent.
And also, the Aaron Rodgers poison effect.
Oh, yeah.
But wait, because that goes back on the GM, like you said with Jerry Jones. If you fire that GM, then yes, I think you should fire the head coach too.
I typically agree with that.
Yeah,
yes.
because
that's the part that makes sense to me.
the coach, in my opinion, is I wouldn't say the protege. No, that's not the word I want to use, but they are the selection of the GM. And if that coach cannot manage that talent, even though we all agree that the Jets did have talent on that squad, if they can't manage that, then yes, I'm firing the GM and I'm firing the head coach.
I think it was also.
Don't look at me like that.
Once
wasn't.
Once Aaron Rodgers, everyone was speculating that Aaron Rodgers was going to be available, and if it came out that he was interested in your team and you didn't get him, you would have been fired. Keep in mind, this is pre-Achilles.
Interesting.
I think everyone had been like, Aaron Rodgers was available like a year.
And you had a quarterback spot.
Yeah, and you have a
okay.
bad quarterback, and you're a year. Like if he was interested in joining the Giants, or if he, I mean, they were.
He's the right color.
They are in that bad Daniel Jones contract, but
I had the worst joke in my head. I'm not going to say it.
but like, you know what I mean? Like it's easy to say like, oh, it was a terrible signing, even though I think some of us were like, yeah, I don't know, but. His announcing or him making it clear that he wasn't going to be on the Packers anymore put a lot of pressure on a lot of GMs who needed a quarterback. So
I agree.
So I think it was kind of like if he had not gotten Aaron Rodgers, I think that people would have held that against him. He wanted to go to the Jets, and you didn't even fucking talk to him.
But I'm gonna be honest. To your point,
Yeah.
the Jets might, just because he's not in the spotlight, doesn't make it any less true. I think the Jets have the same problems Cowboys do. That's an owner problem.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I think
The Jets have had a funk.
I've heard people say this, and I think there's validity to it. They mentioned it on First Things First. You know, Woody, he was an ambassador to the UK under Trump.
Woody Johnson?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Under Trump's first presidency, he was ambassador to the UK.
Who?
Woody Johnson, the owner of the Jets.
Oh.
So now that Trump's going to be
That's
president,
not a job you need if you're rich enough to be an NFL owner.
People are speculating that Woody is getting ready to take that job on again, and he's just going to blow
Why is he
everything
an
up.
ambassador?
Blow everything up now, and install people, and then dip out.
Who was available at the time as a quarterback?
I thought you were going to say as an ambassador. I don't know.
Okay, Aaron
ago?
Rodgers.
2 years ago, it had 2 years ago. It had to be Aaron. Honestly, who came out of the draft 2 years ago? C.J. Stroud.
I think that was a poor NFL quarterback draft.
Yeah,
C.J. Stroud, Anthony Richardson, Bryce Young.
yeah. You would take Aaron Rodgers over all those guys.
Not CJ.
Sure.
Oh, okay. No, with the knowledge you have, you're going to go with the vet.
Right. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm keeping in mind this is pre-Achilles tear.
Bryce
and what we
Young,
know
C.J.
now.
Stroud.
Oh, nah. They weren't even looking at them niggas. I meant it in that way, too.
Yeah.
I didn't know Jameer
'Cause they're
Gibbs
black.
was
To be very clear.
Thank you, TJ.
I want to be clear for the readers.
I like how hard you hit that black because they're black.
Black quarterbacks in New York don't mix. They don't believe in it.
Are we at a point now that we have more black quarterbacks in the NFL than white?
we did at the beginning of the season. I don't know now.
Okay.
Keep getting injured.
Yeah. Especially my boy, who I believe is top tier in this league and just not getting any respect.
Dude, I keep arguing that I like Jalen Hurts and I think he's good.
Oh, I'm not talking about Jalen Hurts. I'm talking about Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, God damn it.
Now, timeout. They replaced him with another black quarterback.
Yeah.
They had
And
3.
They're both good pillars.
Shout
of
out to
the
the
black
Browns.
community.
No, I can't give them credit.
You okay?
They just had 3 black quarterbacks. Good on them
Good for them. Yeah.
for having black quarterbacks, not for the one you chose.
Do the Dolphins have 2 out of 3?
They had one. They had. Time out. Tua.
He kind of Tua's black. Just because his hair is coarse don't mean the nigga's black.
Yeah, well, Tagovailoa is not from the hood. All right, he's from an island. But we take those. They had Skylar Thompson, and I think that's a white dude. But then they brought in
Snoop Huntley.
They had Snoop Huntley, who just botched the bag over there. Also, shout out to Tua. Team realized they can't function without him, and I hope Tua got the respect he deserves.
Yeah, he's made that contract look a lot better.
Yeah.
It looked bad.
Like
before
that.
this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give him like a $5 million bonus to wear a Guardian cap.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm $5 million. No, beat him up.
That doesn't work. We've seen it.
Literally
In
the
the
week.
locker room, I'd be like, Tua, we gotta have a talk.
Brain damage does not work.
Please.
I forgot who they played, but literally the week he came back, he ran into another dude's knee right off the bat.
Yes, he did.
I think he said. I think he said. Remember how you get stronger when you repeat stressful actions? He's just gonna keep on trying. Them concussions will just be permanent concussed. And when you're always concussed, how can you be concussed?
When everyone is concussed, no one is. No, everyone is concussed.
You're like, I want to make y'all like me.
Are you about to go to commercial break?
Yeah, we're about to go.
Can I just say a good shout out? Rest in peace. One of the biggest systems next to the Underground Railroad. I want to say RIP, Spirit Airlines. You're going out of business. We're going to miss you.
I legit like flying Spirit.
Are they going out of business?
Yeah, they're going they call bankruptcy.
Oh, no.
They deserved every bit of that.
Well, they fucked up the merger. They were going to merge with JetBlue, and the government said nope. And now they're going out of business.
I took a class on mergers and how the government allows it. I don't know why that one wasn't allowed, but anyway, we'll be right
Rest in
back.
peace.
Chargers fan they showed. It was that little Asian woman last year, and she was like losing her shit. I think she was a plant.
We never saw her again.
We've
afterwards.
never seen her since.
Yeah,
She
And it's
disappeared.
like-
She was like, "Where's my check?"
It's like I'm 35 years old. I've never seen a Chargers fan in my life.
I know one. He's a good dude.
I know one. They live in Virginia. That's about it.
Yeah.
He lives in California now.
Yeah.
Oh, I do know one. His name is Santa Claus. That's like no.
Red one.
I 100% believe she was a plant.
Yeah, Gertz wants to see that movie after dinner on Saturday.
Red one.
You say you're going to see that, right?
Yeah, I'll come to. I can
I know
definitely.
you can't come to dinner. It may be a no. I already know. The money. I get it.
No, I mean, look, I literally like. I came. Oh yeah, you like that?
I like this one.
Yeah, no. Joe ain't gonna be out.
I'm telling you, I'm going to take a picture of this bag being empty by the time I get home.
Nah. So, man, I've been gone for a month. I think his bank account gotta get a break after a certain point. Bro, I came back home. Capital One was like, if you try me. I was like, but I want to go do some shit. This like, try. You know how much you spend at bars.
Yeah.
I was like, think about your pets. You trying to get home.
Try giving them some Kit Kats.
I was like, I tried to feed them.
It's Sakura. We don't give a fuck.
Hey, I ain't gonna hold you. My dog will be like, yeah, work.
We,
So he'd be like that, I guess.
we all go through it. I think Jordan spent like what was it, like a week back-to-back trips? No, it was back-to-back trips in Vegas and Hawaii. When you came back, you were like, bro, I'm tired. And then I did that after Philly. I had
Vegas, 1 week. Hawaii was second. And probably close to $3,000 on both trips. And I just said, I'm not coming on this show just for gas.
I mean, literally, I was like, I mean, if I told y'all the number, y'all be like,
If you tell us the what?
the number between those two trips, because it was an all-inclusive.
An all-inclusive trip is already probably $600 a day right off the bat.
But like, so in Dominican, so needless to say, I gotta cook at home, but I'll be at the movie. Yes,
You
because
probably eat at the movie. Shit, if you got the munchies. I know I'm going to be having the munchies when...
Oh yeah. I'm not seeing Red one sober. You outside your mind.
that's what we were gonna do. I was like, nah,
Red-eyed at Red one.
because I told Michaela, I said, oh, probably gonna go see Red One. She was like, I don't want to see this. Like, too late.
If there's still every seat available.
Yeah.
I was like, maybe them seats are all available.
Yeah, I said, I gotta commit.
You will take over that theater.
Yeah, I've already committed. I told him I'm showing up.
Might as well. He said
Remember
yes
when
before
Andrew
money.
paid for the whole theater to show us Jurassic Park? You just got to go see Red One instead.
Yeah.
The whole theater's yours.
Me too.
Actually, they pay us. Like, y'all guys go.
God, you're the only only ones that came here. Oh my God, we were having so much unsuccessful times.
They're like free wings for everyone.
Every seat is still available. We looked at the Mueller one at like 9:30, and there's like one poor sorry bastard sitting by himself.
Now we can't go to that one.
No,
that's a serial killer.
No,
That's 100% someone who's just sitting there.
What if it's
I'm
The
waiting.
Rock himself?
yeah.
It might be The Rock himself.
I saw
Just-
Oppenheimer on the screen. I thought I read one. Do you see that story?
That's the most.
amazing.
I have never seen an interview that has sent me like, oh my God, how full of yourself can you be? That's an Oppenheimer.
Well, The Rock's stock was very low at the beginning of the year. Like it bumped up a little bit because he went back to WWE, but there was a point where Black Adam failed.
Oh yeah.
And everyone was like, "Bro, you're done. Like you're cooked. Go hang out with Steven Seagal." And
if Moana 2 underperforms, it's over.
I think it will.
It probably will.
I don't like. I think The Rock he's not trying as an actor,
No, he's not like a
and that's the
Batista.
problem.
Well, that's somebody had mentioned that a long time ago in like a GQ article or something like that, where they were saying Batista is challenging himself to play different kinds of role. Even John Cena.
I was about to say, even
in-
John Cena has shown more range.
I would say John Cena's better than all of them.
You think he's better than Batista?
Yes,
Oh.
Batista's not a good actor. No, he's not.
I liked him in Blade Runner.
He didn't say much.
I know.
That's what I'm saying.
But
You can act without talking.
he has the same facial expression. He's a white version of Michael B. Jordan.
But what I would get. I don't know about that one, Chief. Man, that's confusing to me.
Michael B. Jordan has the same facial expressions.
I'm confused.
Okay, what's this one?
Sorry, which one did you just have?
The one in the red wrapper, like this. Has a red middle, but the outsides are black.
Okay, so was it like kind of? Does it taste? That tastes different then. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
God damn, it's sour. Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know Japan did sour.
Oh yeah, they got that spunk. That's super cola. Yeah. It's super and it's cola.
I was not expecting that. But yeah, I don't think Batista's good. I think John Cena's good because Peacemaker was actually pretty good for him.
I do think Peacemaker is really good, but I think Batista is legit taking acting classes and getting better.
I get it. His range is.
No, I think there's a difference between you trying, like Batista. Say what you will, he's trying. Yeah. He's putting himself and implanting himself in art house, big, everything in between. John Cena looks like he's having fun with it.
Yeah.
It just feels inauthentic with The Rock.
Don't watch the lottery.
That's fair. I agree with that.
Like The Rock, and it's not even like I dislike the dude. It's just I look at The Rock's movies, and it's not authentic.
The one time I thought when he started, he was pretty good.
The Rundown was probably the only.
What about
gold star.
And
the Walking Stick or something like that? Shit?
Walking Tall.
Walking Tall.
I liked him in that.
Yeah. He was also in another, he was like a drug dealer or a drug mule or something like that shit.
Oh, in Pain and Gain, he's good.
Yeah, Pain and Gain was
yes.
good.
He's good in that.
That was the one that I was like, oh man, but that was back in college.
Oh yeah.
And then
That
he
was
just
a long time ago.
flipped straight. He felt like he went straight in instead of diving into more of that.
Yeah. I liked him in Jumanji because he was playing a pussy.
I did like it.
And that was funny.
What is Jumanji?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he said.
So it feels like he's been phoning it in for numerous years.
I guess that's it because I think the dichotomy is a little different because you've seen him be not even just good. I think he was great in Pain and Gain.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think
absolutely.
stellar.
He's really good in that movie.
And then you just see what you get now, and you're like, nah, that's not the same.
Yeah.
So, well, first of all, there's him masturbating for several seasons with Young Rock. Fast and the Furious, I almost put that in a different.
That's a different world.
He was in the show with David Washington. Denzel Washington.
I don't even know what Red Notice is. I didn't even know he was in Free Guy.
He was.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, somebody was like, if I pay you $50, will you make TJ watch Free Guy?
No. Worst theater experience I've ever had in my life. Couldn't pay me to do it.
Ballers, that's
the show.
That was he was trying. I never saw Rampage. Skyscraper.
I saw Skyscraper.
I saw Scraper.
That
Was
shit
it
sucked ass.
You didn't like
Baywatch.
it? Hell no! I thought it was Oscar worthy.
Central Intelligence. I forgot about all the movies he made with Kevin Hart.
Oh, he did. He did Snitch. He was good in that.
That's the one where he was like driving the 18-wheeler, right? I think that was it.
Yeah, Snitch and G.I. Joe Retaliation right
I
after
remember that.
The Tooth Fairy is way before this. It's faster. Other Guys, I forgot he was in Other Guys.
Faster.
And here's Tooth Fairy.
Again, I don't like I think I'm okay with you phoning it in if you balance it
Here's
out
an
with
episode
good.
of Hannah Montana.
Like don't get it twisted. Go get your check. Go get your check. But like at the end of the day, you know, you've gotta showcase your good actors so you can keep getting those checks. And I think that, like, you know, how do I put it? I will actually say, you know, his voice acting talent in Moana was great.
Yeah, he is good in Moana. Yeah.
But but them doing Moana 2 is what frustrates me, because I'm like, okay, great, you're just trying to lean in that a little more. I don't want it to be not successful.
To be fair, it's crazy to think about. Moana is almost 10 years old.
Really?
The movie came out in 2016.
Shit.
Yeah.
Well, we have a friend that
Manchester.
has like an inside ear to a lot of the Disney stuff, and he was saying that it was going to be like a TV show, like a series of shorts, and now they're just kind of sewing it all together to be a new movie.
So more things should do that. Stop wasting my fucking time with making 13 episodes of shit that can be solved in 2 hours.
I don't think this was meant to be solved in 2 hours. I think it was just a
then
short.
We'll see if it sucks.
But
It
I
might
guess
suck.
Like, I don't think Lin-Manuel Miranda is in this at all.
He's not involved.
I think it will be successful because of where it lands. It's on Thanksgiving. I think people are going to eat. I think it's Friday, right?
I think
Next
it's, it's competing with
It-
Red One, Jordan.
I mean, it's going to beat Red One. Of
Wait,
course.
When The Rock saw it, he said game over.
wait, time out.
Game
He's
over,
already
man.
winning because he's in both movies.
Wait, Moana comes out next week?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, after
the 27th or the 28th.
Fuck, bro.
Or Thanksgiving Day, I forget.
No, it's the 27th. It's the day before.
Okay.
Fuck, I thought that shit was farther away.
Gladiator 2 is this Friday.
Yep. That's why we're seeing Red One instead.
Let me tell you, I know how that fucking conversation went. I know that conversation when motherfucker probably said, oh man, review, la 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 la. It's like, let's go see Gladiator 2. Gertz. But why? We can go see some dumb shit.
Now, I was on board with Gladiator 2.
He was,
And then
actually.
Samantha and I were talking about seeing Red One before. And then I asked Jordan, like, hey, what time are you going to do dinner? Because we might want to see Red One later that night, and I just want to plan around it. And then it turned into, like, let's all do it.
But it's going to be such a good time. I'm
Oh, it's
excited.
going to be hilarious.
It's just us.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's going to be so fun. Have you ever seen a movie where no one else was there?
Oh, absolutely.
It's funny as fuck.
I think Dr. Doolittle was playing.
With the Robert Downey Jr.?
No.
The real one with Eddie Murphy.
I was about to say the real one was like from the 50s.
Before my time, so it doesn't exist. Didn't happen.
Time starts when my eyes open.
That's right.
Who's your take a lap?
Oh, man. Oh.
I'm going to not do anybody from the Cowboys. So you guys, everyone.
I'm not doing anyone from the Cowboys. It's all a train wreck. I don't need to pick an individual cart.
Man, it's hard to say.
I will start then.
Oh, I got it. I mean, Jake Elliott, the kicker for the Eagles.
That's my
I know. Samantha's favorite play in football is a missed kick. This man was 3 for 6. They still won, though. I should give it to Justin Tucker.
Actually, you took mine.
Yeah.
I said, hey, look, y'all know how I feel. And this one hurts. Justin Tucker, you're one I don't like to see lose and be unsuccessful. But I'm going to need you to step up. You got one job. You kickers got one job to do. Brandon, my kicker missed one and almost choked someone out. And then he made it from 64 yards. And then I said, damn, he's the best. And then they took that away.
They took it off the board.
Because they're stupid. So, so I had a roller coaster with my kicker. But
To be fair, Justin Tucker said the conditions weren't ideal. Didn't you? Don't you know? You know, the conditions weren't ideal, guys.
I don't need you to go out there.
According to my research,
He's like, if the precipitation is 93%.
You know that field that he plays literally every year? Yeah, the conditions weren't ideal.
But kickers are weird like that. But but make your kicks. Make your kicks, or else fucking Urban Meyer will show you how to make some kicks. All right? Take a lap, Justin Tucker. We're on the same page. Make kicks.
I'm going to go Aaron Rodgers for going 4 and out 10 times to start the game.
That's fair.
I really don't have to take a lap.
He's an MVP, don't you know?
There's also the Bengals kicker, McPherson, who missed 2 field goals.
We're just going to
It's just a
tag
bad-
team
yeah.
NFL kickers.
Kickers is having a bad day.
No.
That's all.
Mine had a really bad day.
They lost that game because, not necessarily because they lost by a touchdown because the Bengals are trash.
I don't think I was here for it. Or maybe, no, yeah, I don't think I was here for it. But I did have a bone to pick with Debo getting onto his kicker.
Oh, the long snapper? Yeah.
That was last week, yeah.
Yeah, I just said that was stop it.
Unnecessary.
It was unnecessary. Also, people like I always get on. Let me be very clear. I get on to kickers because they have one job, and so you need to do that job well. I don't think kickers are any less of a position on the field because they win games.
Yes.
And people like to be.
Yes.
I despise the commentary of because there's some people who are like, kicker isn't a real job, motherfucker. If the motherfucker scores points and he can win you a game, he's more of an important. He's the second most important player on your team.
Yep.
Next to your quarterback. A great kicker. We have one that makes it from 64 yards. We don't have to score. I mean, we don't have to get any close. We have to get to the 50-yard line. The 50-yard line. You know how much power that is to get to the 50-yard line, and he can score a kick?
The game is called football. Kickers matter.
I just hate that because what was it? I think it was fucking the facility.
Oh, I don't watch that show.
And it was
A bunch of old washed players. Shut the fuck up.
Is that what took over Skip Bayless's show on Fox Sports 1?
It's one of the ones. They have another one called Breakfast Ball that's not that good either.
That's a terrible name.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't dislike the facility like that, but man, Shady was tearing up some kickers, and he was
Shady's full of shit. Shady's an idiot.
don't get me started. But I mean, but I'm just like, at the very least, like kickers are they're a full on position. They also score you the fucking They are right behind the quarterback and enabling your team to score points. An amazing kicker is a difference maker. It's why Justin Tucker was Justin Tucker for so long. It's why the Cowboys are even relevant.
Justin Tucker fell behind to the second most accurate kicker in the NFL this week.
Yep. Yes, he did.
Who's the most accurate? No,
I forget.
I think it's the guy from the Panthers who I don't even need to name him.
Yeah.
good.
My attaboy is Richardson for learning how to throw the ball. And he was averaging like 33% of his throws.
Pause. Take a lap.
I don't have one. To be
I
honest,
didn't have one.
Nah.
I just don't. I mean, this week was just. I could go on my Jake Elliott, but I'm not going to do that.
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, because his kicker wins the game for him. Does he even kick from far away? It's like the 30, isn't it?
I'm trying to think what his long is. I think his long this season is 59.
But his average, because he's won 2 games with just field goals, it's like they just get to the 40 or the 30, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, if we get to the 30-yard line, I'm like, yeah, I'm feeling good.
Your attaboys.
Well, obviously, to follow up your rant, Chris Boswell. This is the second game the Steelers have won against an opponent with a winning record without scoring a touchdown.
Who needs a quarterback
No.
when you got Chris
MVP, bitch please. Boswell is our MVP, the league MVP. He's won 2 games against winning teams by himself. No one else has done that.
It's upsetting.
No one else has done that this season.
It's quite disheartening.
Has anyone else? I'll wait. No, I won't, because there isn't.
Fun fact about this last week,
He's the
it's
GOAT.
the first week ever in the NFL history that Mahomes, Lamar, and Burrow lost in the same week.
That's surprising. Well, I mean, Burrow loses all the time, so that's not a shock. You can just pencil him in for an
If only Allen had lost as well. Too bad they were fighting each other. I need that.
I almost made Joe Burrow my take a lap. I'm sick of that dude, man.
He's throwing for over 300 yards. He's not.
L.
I'm sick.
He's throwing for a lot of L's.
At the end of the day, you got to get a
Better
win.
learn how to kick, bitch. Maybe you'll win more games. asshole.
I felt that all in the area,
Yeah,
bitch.
That was from the soul. My attaboy is Bo Nix
Yeah.
for Bo Nixing it up. I do believe.
Yeah.
I said I'm going to, and Bo, Bo's in a few of my fantasy leagues, so I'm going to name my firstborn Bo. I'm not.
I dare you.
No, I don't think they'll expect what they see. So I don't want to set them up for failure like that. They'll be like, Bo, and unlike most of my preferences for football players, I want my son to have some brain cells.
Let him be a kicker.
Oh, I'm not an don't let your kid play football parent.
Shit, let him be a referee in the WNBA.
So I want him to kick. I want him to kick and get kicked. Be like, Dad, I missed a kick. All right, where's your coach? I gotta kick him. Who's your attaboy?
Mine? My attaboy is going to be very unorthodox. I'm going to go with Netflix because they can't scam all y'all niggas out y'all money. They got y'all. No, my attaboy is going to be Taysom Hill. Taysom Hill actually had a big game. I think they should continue with that combo quite a bit. Just utilizing Taysom Hill a lot more.
They do use him
when he's healthy.
Yeah, well, they use him when he's healthy. They also, he plays a lot of positions, so you just don't know what to expect.
He is a Swiss Army knife.
He will throw the ball to himself.
He's that
win.
fast.
He'll block his own kick. He's insane.
3 TDs is crazy.
Yeah,
that's nuts.
3 TDs and like 100-some yards. That's so fucking nuts.
He did that and won a game, unlike Joe Burrow.
Attaboy, Jake Paul.
Beating the shit out of an old man.
And made $40 million on top of that.
My attaboy is Mike Tyson's ass.
Yeah.
Them cheeks were cheeking.
I will say his black ass did need some lotion on it. I said, has he been sitting on baby powder all day?
I saw this earlier today.
Don't worry. I'll put the team on my back. Hey, Joe. I'm on defense. Bruh.
You can't play defense, bro.
That's another problem of his. He sucks.
I understand that not liking the Bengals, but
He's the most overrated quarterback I've seen in recent memory. Good quarterbacks win games. They do. You can't go 3 and out.
No, I was snapping with you like.
Oh, yeah. Preach.
Yeah,
yeah.
you should not snap on that one.
What, good quarterbacks win games?
Dak.
His hamstring tore off the bone.
I meant the playoffs.
Oh, playoffs?
He said good quarterbacks get them to the playoffs.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Ryan Tannehill deserves more credit for the Bengals Super Bowl appearance than Joe Burrow.
Yes, actually.
Yes.
I'll give him that one.
Yeah. God.
And keep my quarterback's name out your mouth. I'm pretty sure I've been saying this for the upteen time. Let me hear y'all talk about
A
it.
decent sample size of Jake Browning playing games for them. They look the exact same.
I had no idea you were the Thursday night game till right now.
Yep, I was going to throw it out there. We'll go somewhere and watch this suck-ass game together.
I'd be down. I don't think I'm going to be podcasting.
You want to see a final score of 14-17? Actually, no, it'd be 18. We're not getting a touchdown.
I feel like somehow the Browns are going to... I'm going to pick the Steelers, but I feel like somehow the Browns are going to win this.
Oh, it's totally on the board. I would not be shocked if we lose this game. 1, we split with the Browns a lot. 2, it's a short week. And we just played the Ravens. And the Ravens are always tough. I know their defense is bad this year, but it's different. Like, when it's a divisional opponent. We all know this.
Next game, we got... Oh, wait. How else is everyone picking?
Oh, yeah. We're doing our picks. I thought we were just talking about the Steelers because I was ranting. So, yeah, I'm picking the Steelers, obviously.
You, TJ?
Sorry, I was
Gonna pick Jameis or the
setting up his Uber
Steelers?
Eats
Oh.
when he gets home.
That's not true.
You're like always like, hey man, I just went to the gym. Now I'm gonna go eat.
No, there was no. I got a pizza at home. Browns, because I ride or die with Jamie's.
We did notice on Sunday we were talking about you, and it was just kind of like you are trying desperately to climb up. Like you made some daring picks last week.
I have to. Why do you think the gap's gapping?
Yeah,
Because I gotta do the shit that makes it win for me. They gotta be successful. And that being said, I picked the Bears too.
Browns.
Picking the Browns over the Steelers as well.
Yeah. Still like you.
Jordan. We've been hanging out so much recently. I thought we were becoming friends. I guess not.
Not big.
I'll be busy mean mugging you during Red 1.
Turn around.
This motherfucker.
I'm picking the Vikings over the Bears, obviously.
Yeah.
Vikings.
Well, fuck. I gotta pick my Colts over the fucking Lions. I'll be one of the 2% over here.
Yeah, that's gonna be rough.
That sucks. After we just fucking beat the Jets, it's like, all right.
Yep. Yeah.
They don't the Lions don't have off games either. Like when they
No, they the closest they had was against the Texans.
It's the Colts.
Yeah.
Because you hate Goff, yeah. And even then, I thought that win was good for them because it showed that they can win ugly. It was like it was a win where their offense was off completely, and they still found a way to win. I think that says a lot. I think teams deserve credit for that. Dolphins, Patriots.
Dolphins.
It'll be warm in Miami. If they were playing in New England, I'd probably pick New England, honestly. But
Dolphins freeze.
I take Dolphins.
Yep.
Bucks and Giants.
You
I'm
know
taking
who I'm picking.
Yeah, Bucks.
Bucks.
Come on, Baker. Now the Cowboys versus the Commanders.
I take the Cowboys because I have to.
Yeah.
It's okay. I have to play the Lions this week. I understand.
But hopefully Dan Quinn's gonna be a homie.
He's probably gonna go the other way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Usually when
Or beat us to the dirt.
at least Dan Quinn wasn't fired because then he'd be on some revenge shit.
You know what I told him, TJ? I said Dan Quinn is similar to Kyle Shanahan. They know how to fumble the bag.
He did say that. I mean,
don't fuck it up.
they were on the same coaching staff in the 28-3 loss.
But I do still pick the Redskins. I mean, I'm so sorry. The Commanders.
That's what I thought.
Commanders.
Go Dan Snyder, go.
I think he left.
He's not there anymore.
He is gone. The Chiefs versus the Panthers. I'll take the Chiefs. What a nice bounce back
I'm
game
taking
for
the
them.
Panthers.
I mean, I was going to say,
I think it's supernatural funk time.
I'm inclined to agree. I think I'm picking the Chiefs, but I would not be shocked if the Panthers
I think when you lose one, you lose two.
shock the world. I would not be shocked.
It's the type of game the Panthers would win and the Chiefs would lose. The games that you can't explain.
I think when you lose once, when you're the Chiefs, it's just like, we can't let this happen again.
It's shaky.
If they lose another one, they might lose home field advantage for the entire playoffs.
They wouldn't be the 1 seed anymore.
Yeah.
The Bills would be because they have the tiebreaker over them. Picking Chiefs, but man, because the Broncos really should have beaten them. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. I get it.
Yeah.
But they're looking.
And the Broncos and the Ravens, which don't get twisted, the Panthers are not in the same
No.
caliber of those teams.
Tampa had a real shot if they went for the 2-point conversion. That defense
That was
was
just
reeling.
stupid.
Yeah, that was bad coaching by Todd Bowles. The Chiefs are looking mighty mortal. I still think they're going to make the Super Bowl, but
Absolutely.
I think they're gonna start tripping up a little bit.
Well, next game we got Tommy versus the team that he hates the most. I'll pick Tommy's on this one.
Like the reason why I'm picking some of these teams is because there is a point in the season where you got to be better than 2-8.
Yeah,
There's just a point in the season where
that's fair.
like
he just wants them to win so the Cowboys get a better draft pick.
And that's fair too. Those things don't contradict one another.
They said the obvious. I said, what you want?
So does that mean you're taking the Titans over the Tommies?
No, I'm not stupid. The Texans, the Broncos over the Raiders though.
Did you know the Titans have the #1 defense in the league?
By what metric?
The Fox Sports had the Titans as the #1 defense in the league. We're number 2 right behind them, but they're number 1.
I heard the Chargers were number 1, but that was scoring.
So
So I don't know if it's scoring, yards allowed, or what.
they break it down. They do total defense, and then they go into passing, rushing.
Okay.
Damn, Will Levis must be bad.
Is it Titans still?
And now it's the Eagles. Titans are 2.
Yeah.
Damn, Will Levis must be bad.
Well, at one point, it was Mason Rudolph. He was doing well.
Damn, Will Levis must be.
Broncos, Texans, Chiefs, 49ers, Jets, Steelers.
I'm surprised the Jets are that high.
Hey, time out. Are we even in this? No, we're not. Good.
The Lions should be higher.
Golly.
What's the just weighing on the stats?
Because on one of them it's points and others yards, correct? Right.
Yeah, so go scroll
Defensive
further
yards
down.
average, touchdowns allowed.
I only care about touchdowns, man. I don't care shit about yards.
I didn't know you were the number 1.
Oh, it's probably on that metric. Touchdowns allowed.
Because
The
I know
Chargers seem to allow the least at 15.
That's the stat I saw. They allow a lot of yards, but they do not let touchdowns. Their red zone defense is really good.
Surprisingly, ours too. And I was just like, how?
I buy it. Your defense has picked up a lot. There was a
Lions,
point when it looked
Steelers.
very Bears-like.
Sorry if I sound like a broken record. Damn, Will Levis must be bad. I'm trying to rationalize this shit.
If Mason Rudolph takes your job, you don't deserve that job ever again.
You right.
Yeah.
Actually, that's the easiest way of putting something. Because I'm sitting here, I'm like him. Shit.
I watched that dipshit take way too many snaps for us.
Also,
Why
the-
do we have him?
Also, again, I think it might be. If I'm being honest, the Titans are kind of looking suspect at the quarterback coaching, mainly because what is it, Malik Willis
Yeah.
in Green Bay
Yes.
was studly,
Yeah, he looked
excellent.
Which is a good thing because Jordan Love is also getting hurt a lot.
He's a little sus. I'm Team Jordan Love, but I'm like, you need to.
Their offensive
picks,
line is
man.
too good. He just throws picks.
Yeah, like stop it. You gotta
Wait,
spray
so
bottles.
who do we left off
Put
at
Malik Willis.
in Pick'ems?
We're up to 49ers versus Packers, which is a repeat of these.
I'll take
Packers.
the Packers.
Packers. Niners are dead, dude. Dead.
I think it's just like this is just a pullback year for a lot of good teams, except for Howie and his wizardry.
The Cardinals versus the Seahawks.
Cardinals.
He sold his soul. He sold his soul, and you know it.
I don't know what he did, but I will be there December 15th. Oh, yeah.
The Eagles versus the Rams.
I got the Eagles beating them.
This is a trap.
It could be.
No, it's not even. It's a trap.
I don't think the Rams.
It's a trap. Matt
If we-
Stafford's cooking.
Is he?
He just cooked last game.
But what was the game before that?
That's not.
You look terrible.
Yeah.
But Matt Stafford. It's a it's a type of trap game. I'm picking the Eagles. Don't get twisted.
I got you.
But I'm saying it's the type of trap game because you would sleep on Matt Stafford.
I think this game will be.
I don't think we'll.
What was
I
it?
mean, when you have 2 healthy wide receivers, I don't think I will ever sleep on the Rams at all.
Was it? What did the Eagles have? 2 white DBs or 2 white corners?
No, we have 2 white safeties.
That's what it is.
Yeah, I don't know how your defense is that good.
Cooper DeJean is actually really good.
I know.
He's really, and we actually have good linebackers this year. And guess what? Our team is young,
Yeah.
so we're all under 30, and I'll take that.
Just get a new coach.
He's good. He's good.
I can't wait to see you guys play each other and then just hear like, fire your coach, fire my coach, or fire all the coaches.
I probably won't be paying attention to chat if I'm
I
at the game.
eased up off the fire Tomlin thing during games.
Yeah, right.
Because of how right he ended up being about Russell Wilson. I was like, all right, win a playoff game, though.
Damn, Calamity being like crackerbacks.
That is objectively funny. If you don't think that's funny, fuck you. That's funny.
I don't think it's funny, and I'm a Christian man.
Jesus is funnier than you. I don't know what to say.
Last game, we got the Ravens versus the Chargers. I'll take
The Ravens.
I'm going to take the Chargers in this one.
That's a possible upset.
They have the same record. It's not an upset.
That's actually, technically, the Chargers have a better record.
Well, what's his percentage?
More people are picking the Ravens.
Yeah.
You know, I'm leaning towards Ravens. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Ravens. I hope the Chargers win. It's good for us. Chargers almost lost to the Bengals, though. That's embarrassing. God, that's embarrassing.
The Ravens also lost them too. Well, that kind of speaks to how the Ravens are playing this year.
Yeah. But like at least with the Ravens, I'm like, it's a divisional game.
Yeah.
I guess weird. But there was never a point. There was a point in the Chargers game where I thought the Chargers were going to lose.
Oh.
Against the Ravens and Bengals, I was like, the Ravens are going to win this.
Yeah.
Even when they were down by 3 scores. I'm like, Ravens.
The first time I was like, why are the Bengals keeping up with the Ravens? And then the second game I was like, they're beating their ass.
Yeah.
It looks like. So.
The Bengals suck. I've been saying it for years. The Super Bowl, and all of a sudden they're God's gift.
Jordan, I will pay for this T-shirt if you go buy it.
Exciting whites.
Okay.
Yes. Also, get me a John shirt while you're over there. All right. Well, that's the end of our show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming out. Next week, we have our special Four Loco episode.
At first, I didn't know what song that was. I was like, oh, wow, I know that song now. That was a good song. High five on that, lady. High five on that.
But yeah, guys, we'll see you next week. And Thursday, we'll see what we have. I don't think it's fully set in stone yet, but as soon as we do, we'll put it in the Discord.
Ain't no niggatry going on.